I bet y'all I'm late. There was some wild people on this app, boy. Wild people on this app. So I guess I'm in a dispute with a content creator, right? I ain't gonna say no names, man. I'm hoping it resolves itself peacefully, man. But it's some wild people on this app, y'all. For real. Like, yo, I think, sending somebody a copyright strike, that is the lamest thing you can do, as a content creator, It is. Like, I don't give a fuck what you call it. I call that shit lame. You feel me? Because how I look at content creation is the more people sharing my viewpoints or perspectives, the better. I mean, long as a person not taking my whole video and posting it on their page, like if you're just taking a clip, man, I don't shit. Especially not even a clip. If you're doing a review, a reaction, man, there's some wild people on this app, y'all. Wild people, y'all. Like I say, I'm hoping it resolves itself peacefully. But if not, you already know how we get down over here. Hoping it resolves itself peacefully though, man. But one of these content creators sent me a strike on one of my videos. I just think that's the lamest shit you can do as a content creator, like I do. It was I don't give a fuck if I don't even fuck with you. I'm not sending you no motherfucking copyright on it. Like, what the fuck? I guess I'm just a different type of person, yo. Like, I don't know, yo. It's internet shit different. Like, these academics don't even do that. Vlad TV don't even do it no more. What's up, Mike? Vlad TV don't even do it. But you got black content creators striking other black content creators. I got struck by Hassan Campbell before. I don't think I ever been struck by nobody other than a black content creator for real. These dudes wild though, y'all. Like, I can't get down with that shit. So now I'm in talks with the content creator, right? Or whoever run their do their little thing or whatever. It's like this motherfucker trying to extort me or something. You heard me? Talk about how many views the video got. Like, yo, I used 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes, a minute and what's that? I used 2.5 minutes of a motherfucker video. 2 minutes. Reacting to it. And a motherfucker sent me a copyright strike. Like, oh, these motherfuckers is ill, man. Out of a 3-hour live, 2 minutes of a person video, out of a 3-hour live, and a motherfucker sent me a strike for that shit. But I should have known though, I should have known based off of, the type of shit the person was even talking about on the live and type of shit he was into. I should have known what type of games they play. But I just think that's fuckboy shit. Like, for real. I really do. What's up, Alvin? Can y'all see who likes y'all live? Nah. What's up, Light Blue? Yeah, we ain't get busy. I'm trying to find this claim number so I can send this to this person. But I can't find the bitch. I don't know where it's even located at. I know when you get copyright claims, you get a claim number. When you get strikes, I don't think they give you no motherfucking claim number. Motherfucker struck my channel. Then it's another thing, like, yo, when you do that, you don't have to strike a person's channel. You can put a claim in and they can edit whatever you got in your video. You can edit that shit out. What's up, Dwayne? Yeah, you can edit that shit out. So that's an option, you know. I just think it's lame. I will never put a copyright on nobody's video. I can't. Maybe it's because I don't know, y'all. I just can't do it. But y'all, we got a good one today though, y'all. Hey, y'all see everybody take starting to change on Diddy now. People starting to soften up after all this time. I wonder where all them people at that was in the comments a couple days ago or last week when I was telling everybody that Diddy shit ain't right. She probably did. I'm telling you, bro, it's hate. It's hate. Matter of fact, we can go to that video. You can hear the anger in our voice. I had a person come in my comments and say, yo, you shouldn't be talking about nobody's mother. How would it feel if it was your mother? The fuck is you talking about? My mother ain't gonna be on the internet making a fool out the family. The fuck is you talking about? When you get on this internet, you open yourself up to any type of public opinion. You know, you gotta be, that's just what it is. And it ain't even that. With me, you know, I attack the problems. You know, mothers like Mama Duck is a problem, yo, in the black community, man. They're a problem. They participate in their children's demise. And then once the inevitable happens, they play victim and wonder like they sit around wondering why and how. Like, what the fuck you mean? What you mean? You did everything possible for this child to end up in the grave at an early age. You can't then sit back and probably push this father out of his life. I ain't talking about her. I'm just saying in general. Probably push the father away. Played fucking so many games with the father that the father just gave up. Talking about this my baby, this my child. And then once the inevitable happened, you sit around wondering, what the fuck, why? My child ain't deserve this, Like, man, come on, man. Cut that shit out, man. Yeah, what the fuck is that? No, that's like 65 pounds. My son be lifting that. Yeah, man, like that should be wild. But yeah, yo, y'all notice everybody's stance starting to change on Diddy? Not everybody, but slowly but surely, everybody's coming around, realizing like, hold up, yo, I don't think this is, you know, this ain't what we think it is. I'm saying everybody running titles that I've been telling everybody for weeks now about the security footage. Like we are telling y'all, the feds leaked it. Now since they hear that court, now people want to run titles. Why people just can't see with their eyes? You know, it's common sense what happened. They got wait till they get confirmation. They can't just be observant. They can't just be observant and be like, yo, hold up, man. This something ain't right about this. How this footage get revealed after all this time from 2009. The man house get hit, now his footage get released. Don't make sense. Don't make sense. And one of the guys I'm talking about is Stephen A. Smith. But I want to talk about Charleston White too. You know, rumor is Charleston White got arrested. But I'm gonna keep it real with y'all though, y'all. I'm ready to keep it all real with y'all. Look at this. Hold on. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Oh, I want to talk about this Roy and Mark going off on J. Cole too, man. Definitely want to talk about that. In fact, we got a lot to talk about. Monk Tunk, plea deal rate get revoked. Yeah, Monk Tunk plea deal rate get revoked. But look at this though, y'all. Yo, it's amazing, y'all. What's up, Ty? Everybody on the internet just got a follow the leader mentality. Look at this, y'all. Everybody got a follow leader mentality. Y'all see that? Charleston White arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and cruelty to non-livestock animals. Hey, yo, man, see the Africa. Ain't these the same exact charges Charleston White got charged with last time? And it's crazy. Everybody's sharing this shit, posting this shit. Like, yo, these are the same exact charges. Man ain't locked up, man. It's a play. People really running content. Yo, you know Charleston White locked. This is a fucking play. These are the same exact charges, y'all. Look like the same damn jail photo. That man ain't locked up, man. He just trying to gain momentum. He fucking around got an interview coming up. Like, yo, you gotta stop letting these fuckboys run plays on everybody, man. All they do is make them richer and make us dumber. All they do is make them richer and make us dumber. Those are the same charges from a couple months ago. What was that? Probably a year ago. That man ain't locked up, man. Everybody shared this shit though. But I bet y'all. I'm still kind of pissed off over this damn situation. Look, down put the date though. Where the booking date at? If Charleston White locked up, where's the booking date? Like, what is this? Like somebody just wrote this shit. Where's the booking date? Supposed to be a booking date under here. Not just his name, race. Where's the booking date? What's up, Ball Out? Yeah. I'm gonna play that. Matter of fact, we can play that now. So look at this, y'all. Hold on. My man Luffy sent me this yesterday. Hold up. It's crazy, yo, because I don't think too many people even got this video. Yesterday when you sent it to what the fuck happened? Yesterday when you sent it to me, we ain't had no numbers.
Just want to bring something to y'all attention. I'm gonna get this out the way first.
In San Francisco, Kamala let violent criminals like Devondre Broussard go
with everything coming at me, saying this because it's me. You know what I'm saying? A troll don't stand a chance for me. I just want y'all to know that. Y'all are doing y'all job by keeping the person that's doing their job relevant. Y'all come, then y'all troll. I don't care about that. Because I speak facts. They hate the truth. I don't care. Okay? But I want to show y'all this because a lot of y'all saw that press conference and y'all just think y'all this and this. Baby, look. Y'all got to realize this is not a criminal.
Yeah, straight up.
This is a civil suit. To sit up there and say a motherfucker ain't liable or a motherfucker ain't profit off my everything that them lawyers said were facts. Y'all can take it and do what the fuck y'all want to do. As y'all can see, I'm not the only one on here. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? So it's just not me. This bitch thicker than a fucking novel. Okay? Do you understand me? All y'all gotta do is go get the fucking paperwork. Get the paperwork. Before y'all get y'all dumb ass on this fucking app and start trying to go at a grieving mother, not a street bitch, not a gangster bitch. No, she been dead a long time ago. We're talking about a grieving.
Yo, I think it bothers Mama Duck that Dirk is still making money. I think every time she see Dirk, that shit just and I think it's because she look at Dirk and probably say my son supposed to be there. That's the backwards thing about, like, yo, it's a lot of anger in that woman, yo, and I get it. You know, shit, you lost a child, I understand that completely, but I think the anger is rooted in jealousy. Look, this is why. Look, this. Let me see if maybe I could be over analyzing it, but that's what it seems like. It's saying like the anger is rooted in jealousy. Listen to her.
Get the paperwork before y'all get y'all dumb ass on this fucking app and start trying to go at a grieving mother, not a street bitch, not a gangster bitch. No, she been dead a long time ago. We're talking about a grieving mother who saw her child shot. Like Duck kept shit on music. If y'all try to overlook the fact and try to say, oh, he made this, that was the art of the music, right? That was the art of the music.
Yo, drill music is not a fucking art, yo. Like, I don't know. Drill music is not an art. That shit is, I don't even know what you call it. It's not art, though, yo. There's no art in drill music. It's disrespectful as a motherfucker. It takes next to no talent to be a drill rapper. All you doing is dissing. The average drill rapper, yo, every song is dissing. Like, yo, it's drill rappers that can actually rap. You know, I done heard Fulio some songs we can actually rap. But them songs where he dissing niggas, man, that shit ain't no fucking art. That's why motherfuckers dying and shit like that. If it was art, if it was just art, yo, people wouldn't be willing to kill you and crash out behind it. That shit ain't art. That shit is war.
Right? That's my problem. I don't talk enough. You bitches is scared. Y'all scared to open y'all mouth. Y'all have behind a keyboard. Y'all know who I am. I don't know who y'all are. So that don't really fucking matter to me. Like the fuck I said, I got on this fuck because this bitch ass snagger-tooth, rotten dog face ass man that Duck fired, that was not his manager, that used my son to get a furnishing deal, meaning a group deal for Cloudboy Inc., Young, Dutchy, Mello, Wooski, Cash, all of them. Why did Duck just get the advance? The others was offered advances, but they didn't want to take that. Now, we'll get to the bottom of this shit. These people sit there, y'all want to get mad at me as if my son ain't got 4 kids, as if my son wasn't an artist or a magician. Y'all say he was this street nigga. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. The reality is he ain't want them dead that much. Not in the physical, when he was killing their ass on the diss songs, on the raps. He had already won. They got that fucking frustrated. He had to go, and everybody was happy, and everybody making songs and all this. Y'all can suck my. You know what? I'm gonna keep it ladylike. But y'all know, and for any mother that feels that they didn't have the strength to go after these motherfuckers that's playing with their sons or their daughters, I hope I encouraged y'all enough. Was really trying to get up out this stuff. He ain't go as far as getting a Vine or a Dirk lookalike put in his videos. Let's not forget that.
Like, yo, you can't, like, it's like you trying to be tick for tack. Yo, dissing is dissing, Mama Duck. Like, it don't matter how far they went compared to, dissing is dissing. It's dissing. But at the end of the day, y'all, I really hope she win this lawsuit. It's an uphill battle, but the reason I hope she win it is because drill music got to go. And this would be a nail in drill music. It might not stop it, you know, because we got a lot of independent drill rappers, but it won't be promoted as much, you know, because if she can go after them labels, shit, she better go after Adam 22 too, you know. That's what this whole platform is about. That's the only reason Adam even spoke on it, you know. If you remember when he spoke on it, he referenced drill music. This is the something in drill music history. Yo, but this ain't about drill music. You understand? Like this shit that Mama Duck is on is personal. Drill music aside. Now, it can be a blow to drill music, but I ain't like the correlation Adam put with what she had going on. But Mama Duck need to understand that they both was dissing. It don't matter how far. Dissing the dead is far enough. It's far enough. You don't got to do nothing extra. You don't got to use props. You don't got to use a person's image to put in the video. Dissing the dead is enough, you know, for a person to want your life. It is what it is. Like she trying to play semantics. It don't matter if he didn't do what they did.
Let's not forget that. I love the trolls. Thank you. I'm doing something right. Y'all are so mad. Y'all ain't saying shit yet.
Yeah, she probably can get
But
something.
I'm glad I don't know y'all and ain't got to worry about y'all. Except being some keyboard ass beaters. If y'all beat y'all meat more than y'all beat these keyboards, then maybe
Man, motherfucker send a strike.
be on something. Because y'all be beating them bitches. Okay? Who is your brother and who the fuck is you? Stop speaking on your brother. Let me add you. You are, because bitch, I can speak on any motherfucking body I want to speak on. Gonna do something? Are you gonna talk shit on this keyboard?
Yeah, I want to know, like, why you suing King Von?
Why I'm suing King Von?
Yeah. Why you suing him?
Who are you?
His sister.
His mama daughter?
His father's daughter.
Oh, you and Kayla be y'all sister too. Girl, bye.
It don't have anything to do with Kayla. I'm just asking you a question.
Girl, you need to go ask the lawyers that. Don't ask
No,
me.
I'm asking you. You're suing them, but I push peace for them. It's nothing for you to sue.
Okay, so
your sons were into, listen, mama. Your sons were into it. They both
somebody died behind it.
Go.
Did he pay $100,000 to kill somebody? Y'all can get the fuck up. Bitch, fuck you, mom. Bye, baby.
It was nothing on your son's head. Y'all delusional.
Bye, baby. Stay up there, bitch. He kept me with the music. He kept me with the music. They couldn't stand it. They couldn't stand it. So they crashed out. Your brother was behind it. Fuck you and whoever else. Bye, lady.
See, yo, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, Mama Duck has a lot of, and yo, I think she's jealous, yo. Like, I really do. Not discrediting, you know, what she been through, losing a child. Yo, but I think a lot of what she doing, yo, is rooted in jealousy. She thinks that her son is supposed to have that money. She thinks that her son supposed to have the money that King Von got. She thinks that her son is supposed to have the money that Dirk got. And it bothers her. Because when everything was good, she was riding the wave. She was fully in it. She was riding the wave. She loved everything drill music brought her. But since her son came out on a losing end, now it's this big deal. They profit off my son death and da-da-da-da-da. I get it. Like I said, I hope she win. But I don't think it's not rooted. Her lawsuit seems to me like it's rooted in jealousy and envy instead of justice. You understand what I'm saying? Like I always tell y'all, yo, intent matters, man. The reason a person do something matters. And that's what I get from her, y'all. Look how angry she just got from that girl. Supposed to be, I think that was Kayla B's sister. She was talking to her sensibly. She flipped all the way out. My son, yeah, he put $100,000 on. Like, yo, there is no proof that King Von put $100,000 on Duck, y'all. No proof. C-Thing ain't say it. C-Murder ain't say it. Muwap didn't say it. King Von didn't say it. Nobody said this other than a girl that said she supposed to talk to Kenny Mac, but that was never confirmed. But with all that said, at the end of the day, I hope she do win something. You know, I hope she wins something, y'all, because I'm tired of drill music, y'all. I think it gotta go. I think it's negative. I think it's dangerous, and yeah, I agree, yo. It probably was other people, other mothers that was probably more suitable than her because she participated in it. She participated in it, yo, and I truly believe if her son would have got rich off of it, you wouldn't have heard a peep from her. You wouldn't have heard nothing from her, man. But remember I was telling y'all, listen to Stephen A. Smith, y'all. Stephen A. Smith been one of the biggest did I even say this shit? Oh shit, hold up. Critics of Diddy. I ain't even say this shit. God damn it, let's find it on YouTube. Motherfucker gave me a copyright strike. Yo, there's some wild ass YouTubers on this app, y'all. Don't let them fool you.
Why did Amazon send me 20?
Motherfuckers present themselves like they something that they ain't. Stephen A. Smith podcast. Hit that like button, yo, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, but I want y'all to listen to how Stephen A. Smith whole tune changed after this last court appearance. Whole tune changed. Everything.
Let me transition to another subject involving the Olympics.
We talking about Diddy, we talking about Charleston White and Baltimore mayor. More Diddy indictment. It gotta be this video.
Oh, yes, I'm loving this show. Couple of interviews I got coming your way. I got funny man Keenan Thompson from Saturday Night Live.
Man, shut up.
Hotel lobby, by the elevator. Even with that, y'all do know there's still millions of people who support P. Diddy, right? That y'all do know there's still millions of people, but the actual charges against them, sex trafficking, racketeering, etc. Report of them. I was just taken aback by them 2 p.m. hearing.
Right, here you go.
The Bad Boy Records founder entered the courtroom through a side door wearing tan jail clothes. He flashed a smile and waved to his son, King Combs,
Yeah, that's
who
true.
was sitting in the second row of the courtroom gallery. It's good that his children are there, no doubt about it, giving him all the support that he needs. Okay? And of course, his mother, Janice Combs, showed up, walking into the federal courthouse as well. So his family's there in full support of him. I was just taken aback by them making noise about the video being leaked, because I was like, how the hell is that going to help him?
That's why Stephen A. don't need to be speaking on, like, you don't, like, yo, just because you good at sports, that don't mean you good at anything else. Like, Stephen A. Smith don't need to be speaking on these type of things. He don't know what the fuck he be talking about. You don't know what he talking about. This Diddy case is bullshit. I've been saying it been bullshit. How long? For how long now, y'all? At least 3 weeks. Now everybody slowly but surely coming around. Slowly but surely, y'all, if you pay attention, everybody turned and changed. They coming around realizing that, yo, this is a bunch of bullshit. And what Diddy mother was saying the other day was, allow her son a chance to fight in court. Stop killing him in public opinion. Stephen A. Smith didn't understand that. Most people, when they, and I don't know if it's intentional or not, but most people, yo, when they read them documents, when they read the letter that Diddy mother wrote, took it the wrong way. They took it as she was trying to say that Diddy innocent, he ain't do nothing. That's not what she said. She said, I know my son ain't perfect. But just because you seen him on video in a dispute with Cassie, how bad as it was, it don't mean he did all this other shit. They piling on. And when you do that, you can you messing up the jury pool. You prejudice the jury pool, man. And this is done intentionally. Like I told y'all, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Yo, what they doing right now is COINTELPRO. The federal government is resorting to dirty tactics. You know, COINTELPRO is illegal. And if they can find out that they leaked these tapes, in which I've been saying they leaked them tapes, because who the fuck else leaked them? Diddy had that tape since 2009, 2000, however many years, maybe 5 years, 10 years. It never touched the streets. It never touched the internet. Now his house get raided, and now a tape pop up online. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. I wasn't born yesterday. And I think most people just don't understand how dirty these people are.
But in the end,
exactly,
when you really think about it, it does kind of help him in the court of public opinion. Because whenever a black man is being prosecuted and we think that the government has done something salacious or unethical in their pursuit of him, we gonna side with him, at least to a degree, in terms of pointing out the kind of links they will go through to take him down. We're also hearing that they're coming with additional charges down the pike. This is
so you could notice that from the beginning, Stephen A. How, this should that be pissing me off with people. It took you 4 weeks to realize that. Like, for the people that's switching up now, it took y'all 4 weeks to realize that, yo. 4 weeks. Yo, we've been on that since day 2. Since day 2. Watch my first video compared to my second video on Diddy. Since day 2, we've been calling out the bullshit. Now, slowly but surely, here they come. They coming around the mountain, where she comes. Remember that song in pre-K? That's what the fuck, they coming around the mountain now. Everybody coming around the mountain talking about Diddy being done wrong. Man, fuck no. They been dirty. They been an enemy of the people. Especially our people.
It's just the start, it ain't the finish line. But by doing this, their belief is that that's going to help him in the court of public opinion. I don't know if they're wrong. They might be right about that. But they especially win if they get that tape removed and it's not allowed to be seen by the 12 jurors that's going to be assigned to decide whether or not he's going to jail for 20, 25 years, to 40 years, the rest of his life, or whether he's going to be made to be a free man.
Hey, yo.
He still ain't been...
Nobody even called out. I still ain't saying nobody say yet that, yo, Diddy don't deserve life in prison. Diddy shouldn't be facing life in prison. You feel me? Yo, Diddy is charged with being a fucking freak, yo. Being a freak is worth life in prison nowadays? Like, yo, that is crazy to me. That is crazy to me, yo. He not charged with anything outside of being a sexual deviant, I guess, if you want to call it that. You know? He got some wild pleasures, I guess. But is that worth life in prison? Man, fuck out of here, man. Yo, we not standing for that, man. Now, should he get some time? Maybe. You know, he probably did some fucked up shit. You know, Cassie probably felt... Cassie... and I said this a lot. I think that Cassie didn't enjoy the freak-offs as much as Diddy did. But that's not to say she didn't always enjoy him. I just think Diddy got too aggressive with it, you know. Maybe it was once a couple months, and then, you know, slowly but surely, now it's once every 2 weeks. You understand what I'm saying? And it got to a point where she like, man, I ain't really feeling this shit no more. And she probably never even verbalized it to him, you know. But the fear that he installed on her, that's what they trying to get him on. That's the coercion, you know. You created this environment that was toxic enough to where people just folded to you. You ain't necessarily even had to do nothing. No, that shit ain't no charge, man. Yo, there's no truth to that, Cracker Mac. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, that's what, and that's the COINTELPRO that the feds is doing right now. They're putting out misinformation. They're putting out misinformation by the fucking bundles, and people is eating it right on up. There's no truth or no proof for no underage kids. Usher and Beaver never came out and said anything. Yeah, it's speculation. But then you hear Gene Deal just the other day on one of them platforms. He backtracking. He said, yo, I ain't never say nothing and get these locked up. I just said what I heard. But yo, you can't just say what you heard when you a motherfucking bodyguard of this man. Yo, like, what the fuck you mean? The man actually called it entertainment. You know, this just for entertainment. So it's like, yo, now, yo, we really playing with people's lives on behalf of entertainment. We really playing with people's lives on behalf of entertainment. And people don't think that's fucked up. Yo, it's either truth or not. You feel me? That's the type of shit we on. It's either we telling the truth or we ain't telling that at all. Yo, the truth can be entertaining too. You just gotta deliver it in a way that entertains. Like, yo, people, man, everybody's succumbing to sucker shit. And I don't fuck with it. Hit that like button, man.
And let out on bail. If I remember correctly, a judge was removed.
I seen that dumbass shit.
Judge came about. Still ain't removed from jail. They still haven't granted him bail. But
that's a crime.
This revealing of the tape and the accusations that it was leaked by the government to assist the prosecution. Well, they are the prosecution, the government. It does.
Yo, there you go. It wasn't leaked. It wasn't leaked by the government to assist the prosecution. It was leaked by the government to kill his image. That's it and that's all. It was to kill his image. It was to put this tape out there so even if he had support in the industry, like even if Diddy had Jay-Z on his side or another black billionaire on his side, you can't say nothing now because you can't side with that. You understand? When you get money and you got labels in your pocket and corporations in your pocket, you can't side with that because if you side with that, say you got a partnership with Nike, that means Nike sides with that as well. So that's why they did it. It was obvious from the beginning. Yo, I said the feds leaked it day one. Day one. When that video got released, feds leaked that. Because I know how they play dirty, yo. Like, people got to understand, yo. I don't give a fuck what they tell you. This is a dirty, dirty system. We ain't no cleaner than North Korea or motherfucking China or any one of these countries that we call terrorists. Yo, they probably call us terrorists too. Like, who the fuck defines what's a terrorist? Who makes that definition? Like, yo, we gotta start being real about things, man. Exactly. But see, everybody want to take the fast route. You know, the fast route is aligning yourself with these corporations, get the bag. But yo, when you align yourself with them, you gotta play by their rules. The second you jump outside of their rules, yo, they crushing you. And that's what we saying with Diddy. That's what this whole Diddy situation is about. It's just crazy to me. It took people 4 weeks to see it.
Does make sense. It might not be that bad of a strategy. And if you could get that tape removed, they don't have to see what he did to his ex-girl. It's interesting. I'm just saying.
Not even just that. If you can get that tape removed, you already showing the judge that they playing dirty. Might get the whole case thrown out. To be honest, they playing dirty. That's not how. Yo, COINTELPRO is illegal, yo. And what COINTELPRO is basically what we saying. That's the same shit they did to the Black Panthers. The same shit they did to Martin Luther King. Y'all familiar with what they did with Martin Luther King when they were sending his wife pictures of him going to hotels with girls and saying that he was homosexual, saying that he liked other guys. And are y'all familiar with that? That's COINTELPRO. This is the same game the federal government is playing with Diddy. The same game. These frivolous ass lawsuits, all of that is COINTELPRO. It's dirty tactics that they said that was supposed to have been illegal. But I'm gonna get back to Diddy. I want to talk about Baltimore mayor. It's gonna be quick. So they saying that Baltimore mayor Brandon Scott is dirty. The guy destroyed his image. They don't have to, like my little cousin said, but they will. That's it's a tactic. You kill them in public opinion first. Like I've been saying for the longest. You kill them in public opinion, you make the court job. Yo, it's the same shit they did. Yo, listen. It's the same shit they did to the black man in the 90s. It's the same shit. Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, Juice, South Central in LA. That's what they did, yo. They doing the same shit right now to the black woman. That's why people that don't be understanding why I be how I be about some of the shit that's on the internet is because I know the consequences. Like, yo, when you put out a negative image, yo, it's hard to shake that shit off, man. It's hard to shake that shit off. So when you got people like Sexy Red and all the rest of these girls, all they talk about is shaking ass and selling. You understand? It's like, yo, I hope y'all know what y'all doing, y'all, because it's gonna be hard to live this down. You gotta stop this shit in real time. But what happens to black people is we support our own demise. We support it. Similar to Mama Duck. We support our own demise. And then once the demise happens, we sit around and wonder what the fuck, how we get here. Yo, we got to start getting better at noticing the bullshit in real time. That's why I be hard on Charleston White, Woody. Like, this is why I be how I am. People say it's hate. No, I ain't no fucking hate. I'm telling y'all, when you open, certain doors don't need to be open. And once you open them, it's hard to close them motherfuckers back. It's hard to close them back. You got to keep these certain doors closed. Like this promoting of the rats. That door was never supposed to open. It was never supposed to open because rats are dishonorable people. Rats don't take accountability. So do we want to teach the youth that you don't got to be accountable for your actions? Is that the angle do we really want to open that door? When they seeing people that's not accountable for their actions becoming, if not millionaires, at least public figures. Yeah, but nobody thinks that deep. Everybody look at it on face value and they chalk it up to, oh no, well, it's just entertainment. It's just the internet. But I'm telling y'all that the internet is real. It's real. It starts on the internet, then it happens in real, then you see it in your day-to-day life. So you got to protect the internet. You got to protect your image on the internet. Because the people that's watching the internet might not be the people that live next door to you. Man, people got to start realizing what's going on, man. So once they build that perception, it's hard to change it. Because you don't know them. You don't know them, you don't see them. But they talking to people, word travels fast. So once they build this false negative perception of who you are as a person or who you are as a culture, they tell their friends. Then they tell their friends. Whole time they ain't never met you personally. But when they run across you, their perception of you is already made up based off of what they saying on the internet. Did that make sense to people? It's similar, like I always say. It don't matter, y'all, if we are raising our kids right. All me and all 109 of us. We raising our kids to be the best they can be in this world. If the image of black youth in America is disrespectful, dangerous, violent, then when our kids walk outside their door, that's how they're going to get treated. And the reason the perception is that is because what you see on social media. So it's not just entertainment. And it's cool, though, to have some entertainment, yo, but right now, yo, we dealing with 80-20. 80-20. We got to at least balance it out to 50-50. 80 bullshit, 20 something substantial. You know, something that matters. We got to balance that out, y'all. I keep trying to open people's eyes, man.
Got a second chance at life.
But before I get back to Diddy, they saying Brandon Scott might be dirty. Check it out. This is Baltimore mayor. For people that's outside of Baltimore, yo, we done had a lot of mayors that got locked up for corruption, got fired for corruption. They all happen to be African American, but now they saying Brandon Scott might be under the fire. Check it out.
Mayor Brandon Scott. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for staying with us. I'm Mary Bubala.
And I'm Kai Jackson. New questions are being raised after tax filings reveal just how much money billionaire George Soros is giving to Baltimore nonprofits.
That includes one organization.
And why is George Soros always in the middle of something? George Soros is always in the middle of something, man.
Who has very close ties to City Hall. Fox 45's Mackenzie Frost is live.
Hey, all right, Wayne.
That connection and what experts
If you think so.
needs to change. Mackenzie. Mary Kai, from friends to family, critics say it might pay to be close to Mayor Brandon Scott. But is that illegal? Mayor Brandon Scott runs City Hall, sitting on the city's spending board as well, overseeing contracts. And several Fox 45 News investigations reveal it pays to be close to him. His wife, Hannah Pugh, is the operations director for Be More Empowered, a Baltimore women's advocacy organization. Not only did the group get $175,000 in 2022 from the George Soros-backed group Open Society, but in July of 2023,
who are empowering women to live their best empowered and free lives each and every day.
Be More Empowered got $50,000 from the Downtown Partnership of Baltimore through the Boost program. That's an initiative working with Black-owned and operated businesses to improve storefront occupancy downtown. In December of 2022,
Good morning. The December 14th, 2022 meeting of the Board of Estimates is now called to order.
the Board of Estimates approved a $25,000 grant for Be More Empowered. That money coming from the city's pot of $641 million from the American Rescue Plan.
Dang.
But as a member of the BOE, Mayor Scott did not recuse himself from voting on the
Appreciate it,
contract
Dutch
going
money.
to his then-girlfriend's organization. The mayor's office telling Fox 45 News at the time, Be More Empowered applied for the grant and the selection was made before Scott and Pugh met. In 2023, Mayor Scott and Chief of Staff was in the spotlight. Kezia Kager's abrupt departure raised questions, and it's unclear if she left on her own or was fired. But Mayor Scott then gave her a new title, Special Advisor to the Mayor, with a $160,000 annual salary.
Damn.
City Hall is not a vehicle to hire your friends and your family. City Hall should be serving all people.
The position remained a mystery to many.
What I can tell you is specifically, they have never communicated that to me.
Do you know what a special assistant to the mayor does?
No idea.
I mean,
Oh,
$160,000
shit.
is a pretty high salary for somebody in a position that no one seems to know what she's doing.
That's definitely a good salary, particularly for Baltimore City government. It's more than I make.
After the 2024 primary
Damn.
election, where Mayor Scott all but ensured a second term, people who supported his opponent, Sheila Dixon, seemed to be pushed out.
If you know you have good, talented people that want to work for city government, that, you know, you let it go. You move on.
Sources telling Fox 45 News 4 employees
Appreciate it,
were let go,
bro.
viewed as political enemies of Mayor Scott.
I think I just
Kimberly
got it.
Washington, Liam Davis, Margot Bruner Settles, all fired after the election. Bruner Settles and Davis
Appreciate M2800 for the $8 cash app.
served as the vice president of the East Baltimore Development Incorporated. He was fired by Calvin Young, who served as Mayor Scott's campaign treasurer. You can see him on stage with the mayor at Scott's election night victory party.
The wisdom of Baltimoreans won out.
Freeman now planning a discrimination lawsuit.
Most public employees have a First Amendment right to be not to be fired for their personal political beliefs.
Mayor Scott quietly hired Young as a senior City Hall aide, despite Young facing a lien on his home and the imminent discrimination lawsuit. State records show Young resigned from his position as Mayor Scott's campaign in September. Scott's campaign quickly appointing Young's sister. Is it a crime to hire your friends if they are somewhat qualified for the position?
It's not necessarily a crime, it's bad judgment.
Taxpayer watchdog David Williams says laws may not have been broken, but the mayor's continued appointment and other assistance to his friends erodes the public's trust.
The city should be looking for the best and brightest, closest to the people in power. The citizens of Baltimore City want to see
Shoot the Charlene for the $5 cash app.
contracts going to connected people. They want to see contracts going to the best people.
All right, look, right.
Now, when we've asked the mayor's office about these questions in the past, they tell us.
Hey, look, right. Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, special assistant to the mayor, $160,000 is crazy. For real. That's crazy, yo. But if we being real, yo, they all do it. Like, yo, it burns me up, yo, when Fox 45, which Fox 45 has an agenda, for one. But they always come up with these investigations like they really care. Them motherfuckers don't really care, man. They don't give a fuck how much money being stole. But they present it to the public like, yeah, we for the people, we doing the job of the people. They don't give a fuck about none of that shit. And to be honest, nepotism is a thing. You know, people hire people that they close to, people that they know. You know, it ain't about what you know, about who you know. Everybody knows this. So, yo, I don't see no problem with what he doing. And I think they all do it. They all do it, yo. So it's like, yo, every now and then they just find these, they just get picks. It's like, all right, we're going to get him. All right, we're going to get her. Yo, but they all do it. This is politics. Politics is dirty. It's nothing. Yo, whenever you dealing in high level money, it's dirty, yo. Nothing runs smooth or clean when you're dealing with money. It's the root of all evil. That's why they call it that. Yeah, we're gonna get on Diddy, right? I just wanted to, make this point. But it's the root of all evil, yo. That's why they call it that, yo. And it be pissing me off, yo, when they act like they're surprised, or they're acting like this is not business as usual. This is business as usual, man. Business, like, if you go to every state and look at all the mayors and look at everybody close to them, it's probably all of that, It is what it is. I don't think it's no problem. I don't think it's worth him leaving his job over. I think Fox 45 reaching. They always reaching. All right, but let's get back to Diddy. Everybody wants Diddy news. See what Law Crime talking about. But if Diddy can get that thrown out, that is major. Y'all make sure y'all check out my last upload.
Another subject involving the Olympics.
Check out my last upload. I just dropped this right here. Yo, I don't know if everybody get my notification.
On border czar Kamala Harris,
3 teens.
10 million illegal aliens, including
Y'all gotta check this out. 3 teens dead, 3 teens charged as adults in shocking Marion County case. It's crazy.
Best things in life never change.
Let me show y'all how it
They
starts.
just get better, like Hardee's
Got
original
200, probably 300
back-
views. Look at this.
I might be hard on people, but I also have a heart. And I've already told you I am a father. Not only that, when this stuff came up on TV, I pointed him. I said, you don't have to worry about the law coming after you. For this thing. Because they took life. Are y'all comprehending that? They took a life without thought. They deserve the full extent of the law.
5 Marion
and county deputies are investigating the deaths of 2 teens and the shooting of another.
Over the weekend, they say they found the body of a 16-year-old. It comes just...
Yeah, y'all gotta watch that. That video crazy, man. Crazy, 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 wild situation. All right, but Diddy. I do find it ironic though that everybody now switching sides. So remember I told y'all the other day Diddy was on PC?
Hearing from the attorneys for Sean Diddy Combs a lot less as we move toward a trial in his sex trafficking case.
Oh, this is what I was watching.
We learned more about his defense team's push to exclude a damn.
As you all know, I made a request today for what we were calling a gag order, and I'm not going to walk out of court and do anything other than live up to that.
We may be hearing from the attorneys for Sean Diddy Combs a lot less.
Which one? This one?
Toward a trial in his sex trafficking case. In court Thursday,
or the one video I just watched.
Defense team's push to exclude a damning piece of evidence. We learned about the trial date, the evidence found inside the hip-hop mogul's mansions, and the support that he's getting from his family. We got a full recap.
Of course he's getting support from his family. Like, why is that surprised? He says, my king.
And a lot more. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. Jesse Weber. Well, it's been more than 3 weeks since Sean Diddy Combs, one of the richest and most influential rappers in the world, was locked up in New York on federal charges of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. Prosecutors in the Southern District of New York say that Combs used that
you gotta watch it. It's crazy.
People to do his bidding with a heavy focus on what has been dubbed.
You gotta watch it after the live.
These are described as elaborate, lengthy sexual performances that allegedly involved the hiring and transportation of commercial sex workers, the administration of
they got them in the interrogation room and their mothers leaning on them. Like, it's a wild video. You gotta check it out.
Sometimes Combs would participate in these sex sessions. Other times
they showing that man lips.
Pleasure himself, but these orgies were almost always recorded and saved, maybe for Combs to watch later, maybe for potential blackmail.
Hold on, y'all. I think I just caught him in a lie, yo. We gotta go back. Damn, yo, we ain't even 2 minutes in, they already lying.
These are described as elaborate, lengthy sexual performances that allegedly involved the hiring and transportation of commercial sex workers, the administration of drugs. Witnesses allegedly told the government that sometimes Combs would participate in these sex sessions. Other times he would just watch and pleasure himself. But these orgies were almost always recorded and saved, maybe for Combs to watch later.
Yo, there they go. Yo, who's witnesses? What witnesses was in this was a part of the sex parties? It was this is a 2-man sex party, man. Diddy and Cassie and whoever the fuck else was there. Unless they talking about sex workers.
Before potential blackmail. Hey, so I know I always say this, but look, it is our privilege.
Yeah, that was wild, but
these kind of stories, and I want to thank one of our great partners who helps make episodes like this possible. Upside, heard audio of him speaking to the judge, but we did have, of course,
right. You funny as shit. Hey, they don't want to leak them videos though. They ain't gonna leak them, cause then they'll see the case full of baloney.
We're gonna hear that in just a moment, but here's another thing to note: a lot of people are asking, why didn't they discuss the issue of bail this week? Well, we know there was a petition filed for a third crack at it, but that is not with this court. That's actually going on simultaneously in the Court of Appeals. This is a higher court, the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. They're going to decide if Combs should be granted bail.
Now look, yo, if the Court of Appeals don't give Diddy a bail, that's bullshit. Cause y'all know, I think the Court of Appeals, I think it's a 3-judge panel. So if he send this case up to a 3-judge panel and they don't give him a bail, man, the fix is in. Diddy doomed in court. He can't get a bail for that 3-judge panel. That means these people got we already know these people got influence, but that just shows you how much influence they got.
Shapiro filed a motion for pretrial release earlier in the case bogus. Second Circuit Court of Appeals, and Shapiro opened the motion by writing, "This case does involve extreme and unusual circumstances, but none that typically foreclose bail or warrant forcing Sean Combs to defend himself from a prison cell. What is extreme and unusual about this case is that Mr. Combs was detained immediately after he was charged, even though he was been in the spotlight his entire life, with many of his purported antics and episodes being widely reported in the press and known to law enforcement authorities. Indeed, hardly a risk of flight, he is a...
You hear that? But I tell y'all, you heard what he said? The stuff that they talking about been known to authorities. Been known. Remember, I've been saying that like there's no way they just found this out. Ain't no way. Because we knew. Some of the things, yo, this freaky shit that Diddy was a part of, we knew. And we ain't been to no parties. At least I haven't. I don't know what y'all did. Maybe y'all had. But we ain't been to no parties. But just, you know, just being around, you hear that Diddy involved in some wild activity. So his lawyer is bringing up a good point. So why is he not getting bail? He was in the spotlight. Y'all knew what he was getting himself into. Y'all knew what he was involved in. He never ran. What's the difference now? What's the difference now? Why can't y'all, like, that was a good point. Hopefully that resonate with one of the, I'm gonna rewind it back so if people ain't hear it. Hopefully that resonate with some of with them judges. But going in front of a 3-judge panel, that's major. Wonder how they pull that off.
But none that typically foreclosed bail or warrant forcing Sean Combs to defend himself from a prison cell.
Oh shit, I gotta go back some more.
In the Court of Appeals, this is a higher court, the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. They're going to decide if Combs should be granted
Lonely Stoner.
Now, Combs' attorney, Alexandra
Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel.
filed a motion for pretrial release earlier in the week with the Second Circuit Court of Appeals, and Shapiro opened the motion by writing, "This case does involve extreme and unusual circumstances, but none that typically foreclose bail or warrant forcing Sean Combs to defend himself from a prison cell. What is extreme and unusual about this case is that Mr. Combs was detained immediately after he was charged, even though he was been in the spotlight his entire life, with many of his purported antics and episodes being widely reported in the press and known to law enforcement authorities. Indeed, hardly a risk of flight, he is a 54-year-old father of 7, a U.S. citizen, extraordinarily successful artist, businessman, philanthropist, and one of the most recognizable people on earth. The sensationalism surrounding his arrest has distorted the bail analysis. Mr. Combs was not released pending trial, even though he offered to comply with restrictive conditions that would have prevented any conceivable risk of flight or danger." And talking about that, Combs, by the way, had offered a $50 million bail package, putting up his Miami home and his mother's home as collateral. He promised to stay in close contact with authorities, only speak to certain people, even offered to have a third-party security team to monitor his house and be under home confinement. But 2 different judges denied him bail.
Give him the
Combs has been behind bars since.
Give him the NBA YoungBoy package. Send that man to Utah. You feel me? If I was Diddy lawyer, I would say, man, give him the NBA YoungBoy package. They know what it is. That's all you gotta say. I want the YB package. You feel me? That's the city. They're gonna send you to Utah, sit you with a white family, you know, set you up real nice, put you on a box. Have security all around. Give him the young boy 2.0. I think Diddy will do good in Utah, man. Send the man to Utah if they so scared of him. Diddy ain't running, man. Diddy trying to fight them people. Y'all. Anybody that's telling y'all Diddy telling or he gonna tell is full of BS. Diddy ain't trying to tell nothing. Diddy got a point to prove. He know they after him, and he got a point to prove. And he got the money to fight. So this is going to be a fight, y'all. I think he deserves a bail. I think he should get a bail. But if he don't, it just shows you how powerful these people really is. If they can infiltrate the 3-judge panel and convince them not to give Diddy a bail, that says a lot. That say Diddy fuck around, don't need to get a fair trial. You hear me? He can't get a fair trial in America. Yeah, you gotta give him the YB package, right? You know what I mean? To send him the Utah package, the only package that he don't even ever got that deal. We just saying a whole lot of rappers get the box. Ain't none of them ever get sent to Utah. You feel me? Straight up. Get that man a YB package, man. Y'all funny as shit, yo.
September 16th at the Metropolitan Detention Center.
YBP.
And one of the reasons that was cited for keeping Combs locked up is his alleged influence influence and reach, because prosecutors claim that Combs had engaged in witness tampering and possible intimidation. His legal counsel says that is not true. They concede he spoke with people about the civil lawsuits that he was facing, but say he wasn't aware that the Southern District of New York was investigating him, and once he did realize he was being investigated.
This game, you're not ready for it.
The appeal motion says he made sure to stop contact with these people. The motion reads, although the government vaguely described contacts with 2 grand jury witnesses, it proffered no evidence of any threats or intimidation. The government could only state there were 14 total contacts between Mr. Combs and one witness and another witness who was contacted multiple times. Defense counsel explained these contacts involved no obstruction or witness tampering. For example, one witness contacted Mr. Combs, not the other way around. She reached out to Mr. Combs and told him, I'm a grand jury witness. After Mr. Combs informed defense counsel, he was instructed not to contact the witness anymore.
Yeah, look, that's important too. I beat the case like that one time. Let me tell you what happened. So when I came home, real quick, right, I didn't get locked up, but I got a ticket for a hit and run. Basically got in an accident. I was on parole, drunk as a motherfucker, hit a car. So I got out the car first to check on the people, but they had like the mirror tents. So I'm looking at myself in the tent. I'm like, damn, I'm fucked up. Like, ain't no way I could be around no police. So I gets in the car, peels off. Make a long story short, car ride up next to me. I'm thinking it's the police. It's the lady husband. I end up talking to the husband and shit. Gave him my, I was driving my cousin's car. Gave my cousin information. Yo, everything on the car good. I just can't be around no police, but guess what happened? Police pulls up any motherfucking way. Baltimore City didn't lock me up because I hit a car. Like, I ain't hit a person. I hit a car. They gave me a whole bunch of tickets for hit and run. So when I go to court, right? When I go to court, they try to get me to take 30 days. I say, y'all can't take 30 days, y'all. Can I take 30 days? I'm on parole. I got 7 years to back up. If I take 30 days, I'm end up getting 7 years in prison. So I tell them I want to get a lawyer. I tell them I want to go to trial. Thinking I'm doing something slick, thinking it's going to buy me a couple months. Yo, they gave me a trial date in 2 days. I'm like, oh my God. So my cousin gets me a lawyer. But before I left court that day, I caught the people I hit coming out the courtroom. So I'm talking to them like, yo, telling them my situation. My mother with me, she crying. You feel me? Mind you, I haven't even been home 6 months. I probably just came home. Ready to go right back on some dumb shit. So I'm explaining to the dude that, yo, this, I ain't trying to minimize the situation, bro, but, yo, I can go to prison for 7 years for this, bro. Like, yo, this ain't worth me going, this is a car accident. Ain't worth me going to prison for 7 years. So, make a long story short, so he asked me, what do I want him to do? I said, just don't come to court. That's all I need you to do. Don't come to court. You feel me? So, that's what this nigga do, y'all. So on Thursday, I got a lawyer now. My cousin gave me some money for a lawyer. I got a lawyer now. I go to court. My lawyer like, man, look, I got good news and bad news. I say, he like, what you want to hear first? I forgot what I told him, but he say, all right, let's say the good news. He said the good news is the people didn't come to court. I'm like, all right, bet. But the bad news is now they offering a year. They ain't offering 30 days no more. They offering a year because they didn't just not come to court. They called the state's attorney and told the state's attorney that they wasn't coming to court because they talked to me. Like, what the fuck you do that shit for? So I had to go to trial. In that trial, the judge, the prosecutor was like, well, you know, he reached out to the state, he reached out to the witness. So the judge, like, what'd he say? I think the judge realized that they was trying to railroad me just because I was on papers, because that's all it was about. If I wasn't on papers, they wouldn't even have pressed the issue like that. But since I was on papers, I just came home, and at the time in Maryland, they had some shit called VPU, which is Violence Prevention Unit, which is like I think they canceled it now because they were sending too many people back to jail. But it's a real strict parole probation. So he like, Yeah, he talked to the witness. So the judge like, well, did he threaten the witness? He like, well, no, he didn't threaten the witness. Man, judge said, well, that's irrelevant. I said, oh, shit. Fuck, I'm talking about, judge. And I said that to say, even if Diddy talked to these witnesses, if he didn't threaten them, that ain't really no thing. You know, that ain't really, it's not viewed the same. What's up, King Hayes?
Not to
My
contact
bad,
the
y'all.
witness anymore and didn't. And once he did realize he was being investigated, the appeal motion says he made sure to stop contact with these people. The motion reads, although the government vaguely described contacts with two grand jury witnesses, it proffered no evidence of any threats or intimidation. The government could only state there were 14 total contacts between Mr. Combs and one witness and another witness who was contacted multiple times. Defense counsel explained these contacts involved no obstruction or witness tampering. For example, one witness contacted Mr. Combs, not the other way around. She reached out to Mr. Combs and told him, I'm a grand jury witness. After Mr. Combs informed defense counsel, he was instructed not to contact the witness anymore and didn't. And Shapiro argues that the prosecution didn't meet its burden to hold Combs until trial. Days later, there was an update that was filed with the court saying, it is hereby ordered that the motion for bail is referred to a three-judge panel. The request for immediate release.
Remember, didn't I just tell y'all that? It's a three-judge panel.
Three-judge panel is denied. The motion to seal is granted. So basically, Combs can't be released immediately. They have to wait until the judges hear the arguments and then decide on what to do. Now, there was no information provided when that might happen or when the case is going to be heard in court, but we'll continue to follow it. All right, so now we're going to talk about Thursday's hearing for Combs' criminal case. And again, he's charged with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, transportation to engage in prostitution. The core accusation, again, is that Combs used coercion, intimidation, force to get people to participate in these freak-offs. So to talk about everything, I want to
there you go, y'all.
Attorney Natalie Whittingham-Burrell.
There you go. You see how he mislead? He's saying people when it's only one person on the indictment. So it leads people, it creates a false perception. It leads people into thinking that it's a lot of people, but it's only one person. It's one person. And I think this is done intentionally, y'all. It's done intentionally to mislead.
Love having her on Sidebar. Her window is making her look extra angelic today. She was sent from the heavens to talk about Sean Combs. So good to see you.
See you, Jesse. Thank you for having me on.
Can we talk about the bail motion, the third bail motion? I want to start there before we even talk about what happened Thursday. Does he have a shot? I think his attorneys raised some good arguments.
I think they raised good arguments as well. Maybe this will be third time's the charm, because the difference between this bail motion and the prior two is that this one really does get to the heart of what the court was concerned about, which was witness intimidation. And so when you have this dangerousness assessment, it's not just a danger that you will harm people or harm yourself, but a danger that you will interfere in how they conduct the case. And those were good arguments. I did not know that after he found out that they were grand jury witnesses, he had no further contact with them, and that when the contact was happening, it was more in relation to the civil cases. I don't know how they're going to prove that up at the hearing, but that is a good rebuttal to the prosecution's argument that he was contacting grand jury witnesses, because it is unique that there's a civil and a criminal case that are multiple civil cases and one criminal case that are tracking along the same time frame. So it's a good argument. I'll admit it's a really good argument.
And it makes me believe that maybe his attorneys didn't have that full information when the issue of bail came out, but they've been speaking to Sean Combs seemingly every day or consistently about what's been going on. So maybe they got that information from them. I guess somebody might be looking at this and saying, you know what? They have a point. The government hasn't necessarily proven that Sean Combs was reaching out to witnesses or contacting them or intimidating, but the standard to get him locked up is lower. You don't have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. I think it's clear and convincing evidence, right? So explain to our viewers, is it right that the government can lock somebody up just by making an allegation that they've been intimidating witnesses without proving it necessarily?
Yeah, so that's the difficult thing about these bond review hearings, and that all of us criminal defense practitioners have to make. And that is that the prosecution can just make allegations about our clients without much proof other than the allegation. And the judge will then turn to us and say, well, what's your response to that? And that does kind of put us on the back foot where we have to prove something that's not our burden to prove, right? So it is a very low standard. They really just need to make the allegation. But many times when the defense can come with something to rebut it, that helps to kind of...
What up, y'all? Got rewinded, y'all.
The prosecution definitely has the advantage when it's a good argument. I'll admit it's a really good argument.
And
dangerousness assessment.
The third bail motion, I want to start there before we even talk about what happened Thursday. Does he have a shot? I think his attorneys raised some good arguments.
He ain't no monster.
I think they raised good arguments as well. Maybe this will be third time's the charm, because the difference between this
I think it was a great argument.
and the prior two is that this one really does get to the heart of what the court was concerned about, which was witness intimidation. And so when you have this dangerousness assessment, it's not just a danger that you will harm people or harm yourself, but a danger that you will interfere in how they conduct the case. And those were good arguments. I did not know that.
Yeah, they definitely reaching with the
found
RICO.
out that they were granted.
You know, I told you, yo, if you take away the element of organization, they wouldn't even be able to charge Diddy with no RICO. You take away that element of everything Diddy did. If you take the organization of it, this will not fall under the RICO statute. And the case will be not what people think. You know, people will be looking at it totally different. But since people hear RICO and we know the history of RICOs, people think it's something that it ain't. And it's not, and they're not doing it on their own. The media is doing it intentionally.
Contact with them, and that when the contact was happening, it was more in relation to the civil cases. I don't know how they're going to prove that up at the hearing, but that is a good rebuttal to the prosecution's argument that he was contacting grand jury witnesses, because it is unique that there's a civil and a criminal case that are multiple civil cases and one criminal case that are tracking all at the same time frame.
That's the black and mild with just ask Mike. I be laughing this shit. I be choking.
And it makes me believe that maybe his attorneys
why you call him a
have
clown,
that
yo?
full information when the issue of the bail came out, but they've been speaking to Sean Combs seemingly every day or consistently about what's been going on. So maybe they got that information from him. I guess somebody might be looking at this and saying, you know what? They have a point. The government hasn't necessarily proven that Sean Combs was reaching out to witnesses or contacting them or intimidating, but the standard to get him locked up is lower. You don't have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. I think it's clear and convincing evidence, right? So explain to our viewers, is it right that the government can lock somebody up just by making an allegation that they've been intimidating witnesses without proving it necessarily?
Yeah, so that's the difficult thing about these bond review hearings, and that all of us criminal defense practitioners have to make. And that is that the prosecution can just make allegations about our clients without much proof other than the allegation. And the judge will then turn to us and say, well, what's your response to that? And that does kind of put us on the back foot where we have to prove something that's not our burden to prove, right? So it is a very low standard. They really just need to make the allegation. But many times when the defense can come with something to rebut it, that helps to kind of even the playing field. But the prosecution definitely has the advantage when it comes to pretrial detention of criminal defendants.
I seen Brandon Scott up on night.
Carvana will give you
I used to see Brandon Scott on the block on Queensboro.
Right when they pick.
Okay, now I want to talk about what happened yesterday. And
We'll pull it up
there's
a
a lot
few
to talk
times.
about. So this was at the Southern District of New York, again in front of this new judge, Arun Subramanian. And we now know when this case could go to trial. A date has been set, maybe I should say tentative date has been set for May 5th, 2025. That was what was decided on with several pretrial conferences.
I don't think so, man. I think Diddy want to fight.
Is Combs hedging his bets here? In other words, if he feels he can't get out of jail now and he doesn't want to be there, let's try to get to trial as soon as possible.
Should changes for criminal defendants depending on where they are. So a criminal defendant who is out a lot of the times is okay with things taking their time, you know, doing full investigation, not rushing to the end of the race. Whereas
but no, it's crazy though, y'all.
Trying to get out of there as soon as possible.
I was thinking about this earlier. It's like if you don't got money, you can't make bail. But then if you got too much money, they don't want to give you a bail. Yo, that shit is crazy. Like, this is a wild system. So you mean to tell me, since I got too much money, I can't get bail? I'm a flight risk. But then the poor, they can't get bail because they ain't got money to get lawyers. They ain't got money to bail out. So it's like you just got to be making just enough to not be poor, but not enough to be rich in order to qualify for a bail in this country. Like, yo, that's crazy. I was thinking about that shit earlier today.
Possible, and so I'm sure that he wants
the barter
the
system.
Possible date. However, given the amount of evidence that there is in this case, discovery, investigation that needs to be done on the defense side, I would gamble that May 2025 would be too early of a date for a case of this magnitude. It probably would take them longer.
No,
I'll get to the discovery in a minute, but what happened? So he just came on the record.
No, they ain't got nothing, sir. This a bluff.
What happens if the Second Circuit Court of Appeals
this case
says
garbage, y'all?
He's released, pre-trial release, he's granted bail. Can he then turn around and say, you know that May date, I don't really want to go to trial in May 2025, May 2026? Can he turn around and push for a longer time, or is that going to look very transparent about why he's doing it? Because essentially, I've always said, I think he came to New York. I think he's been as cooperative as possible because I thought thought he could make bail. I'll be on home confinement for 1 year, 2 years. I'll push this trial out as long as possible until I actually have to go to trial where possibly can get convicted. So what happens if the Second Circuit says he's granted pretrial release? Can he turn around and say, you know what, I want to push the trial date longer?
Good cause to continue a trial. And good cause is a pretty low standard, but courts guard trial timeliness very passionately. So you don't want to make a transparent request of, I'm out now and I don't want to see this thing through. So can we move this to the next year? You have to have some other reason. Hey, we need this expert. This witness is available for the trial date. They're going to have to be a bit more artful than that.
I get it. And they could say, look, the discovery is more than we thought. I get it. They can make those arguments. I guess the question
is, they going to do, they go over people right to speedy trials every day in court. Every day, yo. They can make a million excuses like he said. We ain't get a chance to look over the evidence. I got something else scheduled. Though they can think of any reason for them to postpone that bitch. Next thing you know, you got a 6-month hit. Now he was scheduled to go to trial in May. Now he going to trial in December of next year. Some crazy shit. No, not that far, but y'all get what I'm saying. He going to trial in December sometime. That's how they do, yo. It's a system, yo. It's a wild system, yo. Best thing to do is stay out of it.
Does it show that they feel confident in their defense right now, where they're putting their feet
to the prosecution? Now.
I mean, they're putting the prosecution's feet to the fire and saying, we're ready to go. They said we're gonna have 1 week to present the defense, which I think a fair argument would be it's going to be a majority of them cross-examining the state's witnesses, maybe calling a few sex workers to say everything was consensual. They feel confident, though, that they can get an acquittal, because what's the end result? We're going to rush to trial where he might get convicted and sentenced to 20 years in prison. That's not.
They is abusing the RICO,
so
bro.
Doesn't it seem like they feel confident?
They definitely abusing the RICO.
I don't necessarily think that's what it means. I think that sometimes it's trying to rush your case to trial as quickly as possible is a strategy to catch the state off guard. So you got to remember we're the federal government here. The government has the burden of proof. They have the burden to prove the case. So they're the ones that have to scramble to get all their witnesses and evidence together by May 2025. And maybe they won't be able to, and so maybe they won't be able to prove their case if they rush the case as soon as possible. That has less to do with we're confident in the defense case and more to do with we're trying to game and strategize so that the prosecution won't be ready to prove their case up.
What happens if he's hit with additional charges? What happens if he's hit with a superseding indictment? There's no way this is going to May, right?
A superseding indictment would mean that the case gets continued because there's more discovery that has to come about, and the state will
No, he ain't got no bail.
The government will be given more time to
he sent this case to
Now,
the
something
appeals.
that you mentioned, why we say the May 5th trial date feels so soon, is considering this other big thing that was talked about inside the courtroom yesterday, and that was discovery. So everything the prosecution has uncovered that is relevant to this case has to be turned over to the defense, vice versa. So there's a level playing field. Everyone's pretty much working off the same set of facts. And Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson told the judge.
Yeah, I bet you during this trial, I bet you they start withholding evidence. It's gonna be a lot of that, yo. Yo, the government is gonna play so many games. All dirty though. Nothing legal. They already playing dirty. But wait until it come time for Diddy to be get discovery. Well, basically, you know what discovery is evidence. It's exculpatory evidence that the United States government have. Wait till that time come. Watch how they play, y'all. Watch how dirty they play.
The prosecution team is working its way through a huge amount of electronic information. She says 96 electronic devices were seized in the March raids on Combs mansions in Miami and Los Angeles, as well as a private Florida airport. Of those, 8 of the devices in Miami had more than 90 terabytes of information. Think about your phone. You have 2 terabytes of information on the cloud, so 90 terabytes of information. Johnson called that extraordinary, pointed to a reason for some of the discovery delays. What do you make of that, Natalie?
Yeah, that's trying a criminal case in the modern times. A lot of evidence is on electronic devices, cell phone, tablets, computers, things of that nature. And the devices, especially if you have like external hard drives, and 90-something terabytes of data on a single device makes me think it's some type of hard drive. That takes weeks to go through just for one device on its own. The Celebrite extractions that we have in our county are just voluminous. And so if you have multiple devices, which again, once you print out all the data, it's about 20, 30.
Yeah, but all of that not sex tapes.
Smaller device.
I got all type of shit on there.
It's going to take a long time for the prosecution to go through it, to do their review, because they have to review before they hand it over to make sure that it is what they need to hand over, that it doesn't have breeding material in it, things like that. And then the defense.
And John Doe, why you think he cooked?
The defense has to decide whether or not they need additional.
We haven't heard no evidence.
What they've reviewed. So that can take months and months and months if you're only dedicating your time to looking at the discovery in this case.
Yep, absolutely. And there's another point of this hearing, besides the discovery, which, again, is extraordinary. This other point I wanted your opinion on is a point of contention during the hearing, and it involved the assertion from the defense that someone from Homeland Security had leaked the now infamous video of Sean Combs purportedly beating his ex-girlfriend, Cassandra Ventura, in a hotel hallway in 2016.
I'm ready to talk about Charleston White next.
Aired that video,
Stick around.
published that video in May, 2 months after the raids on Combs' homes. And his lawyers say that that video and other alleged leaks have led to damaging, highly prejudicial pretrial publicity that can only taint the jury pool, deprive Mr. Combs of his right to a fair trial. Prosecutor Johnson fought back.
That is going to be shot.
Claims were baseless and simply a means to try to exclude a damning piece of evidence from the trial. And she added, not a single one of those alleged leaks are from the members of the prosecution team. Natalie, how do you think that shakes up?
While Trump is looking out for billionaires.
This is the funny thing about it then. Who leaked it then, yo? Like what? Like the government, the government is who leaked it? How did the tapes? If the feds didn't leak it, who did? It didn't get leaked when Diddy. It didn't get leaked before the House raids. The House raids. This is crazy, yo. Who leaked it? Diddy had these tapes for how many years? Nobody never seen it. Next thing you know, his house get raided. Now tapes get leaked. And they saying they didn't leak it. Like, yo, come on, government. Now, I'm sure they probably went through some proper channels to make sure they covered their ass. But come on, yo, it's obvious who leaked the bitch. Now, whether they can prove it or not, I guess we'll find out.
Kamala Harris is looking out for you.
Nah, yo, nah, man. I think they got that tape out the house.
Like healthcare and housing
He
and
said it
groceries.
was better. What the hell? All right, we ready to switch to Charleston White, y'all. At the finish talking about this.
Yeah, so Combs has some pretty experienced attorneys. I would not like to think that they're casting those type of aspersions without some proof to back that up. And the reason I say that is because if the prosecution team or law enforcement leak those videos or that video to the press, it actually is inappropriate because they're not supposed to. They can make pre-trial statements about the guilt or innocence of the defendant, but really it's like, we believe in our case. This is the case that we're proceeding on, but you're not supposed to do it so that you taint the jury pool against the defendant. And in a case that would be so widespread and popular because of his fame, it just seemed like, just leaking that type of video would lead to people already assuming that he's guilty, and you don't want that.
That is what you want.
The prosecution denies
That's
it.
exactly what they
I
wanted.
think you'll just have to wait and see. I would agree with the defense if that actually happened. That would be inappropriate, but I would hope that they're not making false accusations against the prosecution.
And look, no, the defense, to be clear, they haven't said that the prosecutors did. They blamed the Homeland Security, and they've also attributed, as you mentioned, some comments that they made in the media or allegedly made in the media. Now, going back to the hearing, Combs had the support of more family members for this hearing. His mom, Janice Combs, flew in from Florida, and his 17-year-old twin daughters were there as well, flying in from California. His sons, Quincy, Christian, Justin, who attended their father's earlier hearings, they were also back. And by the way, talking about Janice Combs, she walked past a throng of reporters who were gathered outside. Someone could be heard shouting, "Your son is a predator." And we actually recently did a sidebar episode on his mom's first public statement as all of this has gone on. And as part of that statement, she said, quote, "I'm not here to portray my son as perfect because he is not. He has made mistakes in the past, as we all have. My son may not have been entirely truthful about certain things, such as denying he has ever gotten violent with an ex-girlfriend when the hotel surveillance, I should say, showed otherwise. Sometimes the truth and a lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one part of the story, especially when that truth is outside the norm or too complicated to be believed. This is why I believe my son's civil legal team opted to settle the ex-girlfriend's lawsuit instead of contesting it until the end, resulting in a ricochet effect as the federal government used the decision against my son by interpreting it as an admission of guilt." Now, our correspondent inside the courtroom, Elizabeth Milner, said that Combs looked really happy to see his family at the hearing. Take a listen.
It's pretty interesting.
Why the fuck wouldn't he be happy?
I think, we have seen many photos, videos of Sean Combs, aka Diddy, through the Associated Press, through Instagram, and so...
You seen that yesterday.
For the first time last week, they accompanied Janice Combs to the MDC, and sources tell TMZ that they were all able to hug and talk in a visiting area while under supervision. Natalie, it's interesting to hear that description that Elizabeth
Hey, Mick, you don't believe none of that, man.
His family might be the only people right now who believe he's not guilty, or who might be siding with him. So many people are remaining silent. So many people have spoken out against him. So what do you make of that description of his attitude and his demeanor?
I do know that for incarcerated people, family support is extremely important. And I can't extrapolate to him personally because I don't know him, but I do know many criminal defendants. And that is the highlight of their day, of their week, of their month, to come to court and be able to see their family members. Jail visits are not the best for communication. However, I try my best not to judge family members for supporting people who are incarcerated because, if nobody loves you like a mother loves you, right? If your mother isn't coming to court with you anymore, you've really lost it, right? Like you have no hope whatsoever if even your mother won't support you. So I try not to put too much stock into that. Whatever the family members believe, I do think the fact that the rest of the
hold up, yo. What they trying to insinuate that his family shouldn't support him? or somehow they questioning the integrity of his family by supporting Diddy. Like, I know they're not going that far. They cannot be going that far, yo. Like, come on now. Maybe the family know this is a bunch of BS. It's a bunch of baloney. They'd be a fool not to support them. They know what the fuck going on. They know what this shit about.
Defense, like you would see a lot of times. I mean, remember what happened with Jussie Smollett when the allegations first came out that he had performed a hoax. A lot of Hollywood was still supporting him until, you know,
He said put him in jump out
to show that he was lying. So I think that this is indicative of maybe before these allegations even came to light to the public, people in Hollywood probably knew, and I think they might believe these allegations and not want to get their name tarnished by getting involved with them.
Yeah, it's just a change, and again, I think it was also
see, but that's why they released that tape, y'all. They released that tape, yo, so he couldn't have no support by any of his counterparts. No support. Hold on, I gotta get my charger, y'all. Phone on 8%. Hold up. I bet y'all. Charge my phone. Yo, we ready to switch to Charleston White. And Charleston White is a character, y'all. I don't know where this guy came from or why people thought he was needed. But I've been meaning to talk about this for a couple of days now. So Charleston White. Oh, matter of fact, before we talk about Charleston White, I want to talk about something else first. Hold on. Hold on. So, have y'all been saying what's going on in YSL trial? What the fuck is that? So, Montone, they trying to revoke his plea bargain. What the fuck is that? Montone revoke. Plea. Hold on, y'all. It sounds like my computer search engine is... I don't like it. My phone search engine is way better. Oh, I can find it. And make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you're new too. Make sure you check out my video I just dropped. And news YSL. Here we go. So look at this, y'all. Shit, I fucked it up. Seek to revoke former. Check this out. I don't know nothing about none of that album. I'm just a street nigga that got on a computer and learned how to edit. I do not know half the things that most people probably know.
Well, new this afternoon, the full district attorney's office is pushing to revoke the bond for a former YSL member.
They believe Antonio Monktook Sledge violated conditions of his plea deal when he testified in court last month. And 11 Lives Grace King joining us now from the newsroom. So, Grace, this motion, it could have serious consequences for Sledge.
Right. So in 2022, Antonio Sledge had a choice, up to 35 years in state prison or probation in exchange for his testimony about a series of factual statements.
Hey, yo. 35 years in prison or probation. I think Monk, the one that took that wild ass plea, like 15 years probation. Yo, what the fuck was his plea? I think he the one took that dumbass plea. Yo, I would never plea to more than 5 years probation. But I did a video a while ago, y'all. Atlanta is the home of the probation pleas. Like, that's what they do down there.
He chose that second option and acknowledged the truth that young slime life, better known as YSL, had at least 3 members who committed crimes intended to increase the notoriety, street credibility, and reputation of YSL. Those statements also said Sledge personally knew that one or more YSL associates committed the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr. on behalf of YSL, and that after that murder, Young Thug gave him and other associates cash money to lay low. Now, the DA's office wants to revoke his bond because he tried to walk back some of those statements in court.
Number 8, true or false?
False.
Number 9, true or false?
False. YSL's not a gang. The crime that were committed, I don't think it was to do nothing with YSL to boost the credibility of the street. None of that.
Yes, so Grace, looking ahead here, how soon could we see a decision?
Well, that'll be up to the judge. The state has requested an evidentiary hearing so Sledge can appear back in court and explain to the judge why his probation shouldn't be revoked in its entirety.
I'd be like, man, y'all ain't revoke Woody's. Like, yo, this is fucked up, y'all. He tried to do what Woody did. But I don't think he understands that, was that Atlanta Live we just watched? I seen the longer video. That wasn't the same video I watched earlier. He was sentenced to 15 years. Yeah, he got 15 years probation. Why the hell would you take 15 years probation, y'all? Prosecutors are now seeking to oppose the sentence by law. 35 years in prison. Jesus Christ. That was stupid. Remember I told y'all, most of them guys in YSL that took them pleas is going back to prison. Most of them. Defendant has been named. All right, so this was his plea. Young Slime Life, aka YSL, is an organization made up of 3 or more members or associates who share common identities that include but are not limited to colors, hand signals, and terminology, who have committed crimes intended to increase the notoriety, street credibility, and reputation of YSL. 2. Defendant has been a member and or associate of YSL since 2012. 3. While associated with YSL and to support and express loyalty to YSL, defendant and co-defendant Demikion Garling and Zacharias Cordarius Zachary appear in the video with another person, AS, where defendant brandished a weapon used in the drive-by shooting and went on behalf. He said he snitched. Why would you sign something like this? Yo, these boys is crazy. I'd have never signed this. Used a weapon in a drive-by shooting went on behalf of YSL defendants threatening to harm a person named Kel, a rival gang member. 4. What? Oh, he read it. On or about April 28th, 2015, as reflected in Fulton County indictment, whatever, Defendant and fellow YSL associates Demekion Garland and Carderas committed a drive-by shooting using the firearm defendant wielded in the video. 5. Defendant and his fellow YSL associates committed the drive-by shooting referencing Section 3 and 4 above on behalf of YSL to increase notoriety and reputation. 6. Defendant committed and was convicted of aggravated assault and participating in criminal street gang activity, among other charges, for his participation in a drive-by shooting referencing Section 3, 4, and 5. Defendant was told by another YSL associate that immediately after the murder of Donovan Nut Thomas, associates met at McDonald's on Cleveland Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia, to discuss the murder. See, y'all, this is where Thug went wrong at, man. Defendant personally knows that one or more YSL associates committed the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr. on behalf of YSL. 9, he is crazy. Yo, why would he sign this deal? On January 10th, 2015, after the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., defendant and other YSL associates together at the home of Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, who gave defendants and other YSL associates cash money to lay low. That's what implicated Thug. This is where Thug went wrong at. He gave him cash money to lay low. It looked like he paid for the hit. Shouldn't have never did that. That was stupid, Thug. Thug made a lot of mistakes. Defendant has personal knowledge that on January 10th, 2015, after the murder of Donovan Thomas, associates traveled to Miami, Florida, with co-defendants and YSL founder Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug. Defendant did not murder Donovan Thomas and was not a party to the crime. Defendant did not murder Shamel Drinks and was not a party to the crime. Yo, it's no way. Defendant has personal knowledge that he and other members of associates of YSL have either participated in or directly committed at least one of the following crimes in order to increase the notoriety and reputation of YSL: murder, armed robbery, aggravated assault, attempted murder, theft, illegal gun possession, and illegal drug possession and sales. Yo, and he copped out the 15 years. Yo, what is wrong with this guy? He copped out the 15 years on a 35-year suspended sentence, 15 years probation. What? I'd have told him, man, you better take that deal and shove it up your ass. You ain't get me caught 15 years probation with 35 years over my head. Man, fuck out of there. Yo, what's going to happen is the guys that took them pleas is going to do more time than these guys that's fighting that case, because they're going to beat this case. They're going to do more time. It always pay to keep it solid, yo. Always. Y'all be glad when people realize that, yo. You make out better being solid. Make out better. Make out better saying nothing. Yo, you do not cooperate with them people. They will swine you out. They will F you over. You do not cooperate with them people, man. They're not your friends. You feel me? Their job is to solve cases. So if they can use you to solve cases, they will use your ass. But that don't mean they're not doing it for your best interest. They're doing it for their best interest. Only their best interest. Yo, I can't believe yo took that deal. That was a horrible deal. You mean to tell me you wanted to get out of jail that bad, bro? That bad. That you was willing to take 35 years over your head with 15 years to stay out of trouble. He must have plans on becoming a motherfucking nun. That's what he did. He was gonna become a nun. Where your motherfucking roll back, nigga? Ain't no way, yo. You thought you was gonna do that plea, and then got in court and started playing. He must thought he had immunity. Yeah, it's a corporation. Oh, I know that. Oh, this is the same video we just watched. I thought I seen a longer video earlier. I want to watch no more. I got mad things with what's comes. Well, I need to close some of them bitch. But see but what it is though, y'all. He thought he was Woody. He thought he was Woody. He thought he was gonna be able to go up there, play, and walk off. Nope. I'm surprised they let his ass do that shit. Goofy ass nigga. Telling ass nigga. But Charleston White, y'all. I'm sure a lot of people saying this now. Yo, but this is the strangest. Yo, this is the strangest police interaction I've ever seen in my whole life. Ever in my whole life, y'all. If you can look at every single police interaction that's on YouTube and compare it to this, man, this is strange. Yeah, hell yeah. You already know. We already discussed that. Thug wasn't no leader to them. Thug wasn't even a friend of them boys. If Thug was giving them boys bail money when they got locked up, Thug wouldn't even be in this situation. That's why they did him like that. Yo, but look at this though, y'all. This is very strange. Charleston White got pulled over and decided to give the police a whole say cheese interview. I want to start from the interview.
Dave McCormick got rich.
Really rich. By investing in China.
China? As a
Yo, I have never seen that like this in my life, yo. If people don't think that this guy ain't a plant after watching this, I don't know what to tell y'all. If people think Charleston White is organic after watching this, yo, the man gave him a say cheese interview, y'all. On the side of the road. I'm talking about y'all. Verbatim. The man gave him a say cheese interview verbatim. Like he's sticking to a script. That's why Charleston White don't want to debate nobody. That's why he said, man, I can't debate because Charleston White can't go no deeper than surface level. All his arguments are surface level. He can't go deeper than surface level. Because if he could, yo, it's multiple ways you can say things without saying it the same exact way every time. Charleston White has a habit of when he speak on a situation, he say the exact same thing every time. I done heard that man speak about Tamir Rice on 20 interviews. But look at this though, y'all. This was spooky. I ain't gonna lie. This was strange to me.
Okay. I'm just going to detain you for now. All right. You're not under arrest or anything.
Yeah, Smoke One. That shit was wild.
It's just his pocket knife? Okay. Anything else on you? Okay. You said a can of mace? Where's that mace at? But I'm just going to put it in the bag so I don't lose any of your stuff, okay? Yes, sir. That's not illegal, is it? No, it's not. 10-4 things. But I want to make sure everything's out of your pockets, man. I understand you guys are. Why are you so prepared, man? Man, I got a lot of tricks, man. I walked into the police department, man. I do a lot of community work, and I went to the police department, man. A lot of killings going on in the city. Spoke out against the Crips and the Bloods. Somebody did a viral video of me saying that I snitched on the Crips and the Bloods all across the country. So I've been getting a lot of death threats, man. Where are you from? I'm from Fort Worth. Okay. And my daughter goes to school right up
You said, man, people call me a coon. Your man said people call me a coon. And this is the but he talking about nigga nation. Yo, this is the person that people look to for information or guidance, or I don't know why they look to him. Yo, the man said people call me a coon. I don't think people ever called me no motherfucking coon. Like if somebody's calling you a coon, that means you doing some cooning shit. You know, people just don't throw that word out there loosely. No, that word is guarded for certain for particular people.
I went viral. I walked into the police department, man. After I do a lot of community work, and I went to the police department, man. A lot of killings going on in the city. Spoke out against the Crips and the Bloods. So somebody did a viral video of me saying that I snitched on the Crips and the Bloods all across the country. So I've been getting a lot of death threats, man.
Where are you from?
I'm from Fort Worth.
Okay.
And my daughter goes to school right up here at the school up here, man.
Okay.
No, this news came out like 2 days ago.
Sign off at work.
I meant the Ben speak on it.
I run a community center out there in Fort Worth called Hype About Hype Without Roots. So I do a lot of work in the community, man, stand against a lot of gang violence. So I get a lot of privilege upon my life. So
That's good, man.
I've got over 100 threats, man, over the last. I just had to go
Yeah, I
to the
seen that.
department to make some threats. So against the Harvey Street Crips, the Fort Trey Gangster Crips, the Pyro Blood. So
What the fuck do yo got on, man? Like yo, I can't. I can't believe yo people was buying into this motherfucker. Like yo, look at this shit, yo. Before the fame. Hold up, yo. Yo, this is before the fame. Hey, yo, what that nigga got on? Where the fuck is this? That nigga got on a motherfucking a Cuban link chain, fucking with a rosary bead, with a peach blazer. Like, yo, what is this, yo? Hey, yo, hold up. And he got stopped and kept forward. Yo, get this nigga out of here, yo. Get Charleston White out of here. Where do y'all find this nigga at, man? Yo, but look, you look at him now, that nigga look like a rapper. Yo, that's what I was trying to tell. Yo, Charleston White, and this goes into everything I always been saying. Charleston White wants to be a rapper. Charleston White was the kid, right? He wasn't quite cool enough to hang with the cool kids. He wasn't cool enough. So his whole career is designed at coming after the cool kids. Like that's what he do. But meanwhile, he want to be like him. Like yo, the man got gold teeth now, diamond chains. What? Yo, he dissed the rappers to become one. Oh, he in the strip club every week. Like I know his wife probably be like, yo, you fucking changed. I know he probably did a whole 180 on that one. A whole 180. Like that shit he be talking? Nah, fuck out of here. Yo, this is hilarious to me, yo. But wait till he get to talking. Like, wait till he get to giving him a Say Cheese interview. I ain't never in my life seen nothing like that. Like, yo, if y'all watch his interviews, the things that he is saying to these police is verbatim. Hold on, y'all. I ain't put my phone on. Do not. The thing he's saying to the police, y'all, is verbatim. Verbatim. To what he's saying in them interviews. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you new. We should cross 19,000 on this stream. We should. We only like 40-something people away.
Man, my biggest, then I embrace the police department, so I do a lot of community work on, advocating for, advocating for, better relations with us in the police department, man. My message is my greatest threat when I walk out this door, hitting the police officer that's looking to beat me in the arm. It's not a glamour, it's another black guy that looks like me, so I speak out against the black on black violence.
Yo, this nigga. Yo, where did they find? How did this nigga trick people into making him think that he was for the people? Charleston White adopts the same mentality of the racist white man. That's what he talks like. If you think about it, listen to what he said. Charleston White then adopted the same mentality as the racist. The racist. I ain't gonna say white man. I apologize. The racist. He said, when I come outside the house, I ain't gotta worry about no police killing me. I got to worry about another brother killing me. Yo, but it's a reason for that. In the Mexican community, when they come out the house, they got to worry about another Mexican killing them. In the community where it's predominantly white, when they come out the house, they got to worry about another white person killing them. Like, yo, what the fuck do this guy be talking about? His head look like an old T-Rock. Yo, this man is crazy, yo. Listen to him, it get worse. Like, yo, this nigga, he really is a coon. He really is a coon. Now I understand why he never speaks out against the things that matter. He only come at black people. He never talk about the things that persist or things that happen to lead things to be how they is. It's just always negative. Like he don't see nothing positive or good in the black race.
Grab a seat right there, man, if you want. Yeah, man, so of course I get called a coon, I get called a sellout. So if you let me show you on my phone, man, I can show you. I went, it's over 500,000 views, man, of me saying I'm tired of the gang violence, they're giving the kids drugs, they're giving kids guns. So man, my life's in danger.
What's this on? 35 inch, yes.
Yeah, I ain't never seen that. This is hilarious.
Can you run the same individual all the way, see if he has a prior felony conviction?
This man, it's all over social media, man. My face blasted, mom's with me, kids with me. So yeah, man, I spoke to city council Tuesday, made the mayor. Man, I do a lot of community work, so I'm very much well known in Fort Worth for the work that I do in the stop and show.
Okay. I hear that's a rough area over there.
Man, that's 76105 zip code. This is one of the rough Fort Worth.
So is that where
Yo, why is he dressed like that?
Born and raised. Born and raised. Used to be a trouble kid myself.
Okay.
God allowed me to make some bad decisions and choices in life, man. Ended up in the Texas Juvenile Justice Department. Spent most of my teenage life there. Got out in 1998, had to go back to prison.
They really don't.
I started wanting to do something different in life. Never been raised by a man, never been spanked by a man, never been disciplined by a man. I didn't first get a hug from a man until I landed in juvie hall. So at times as a kid, going to juvie hall was okay, man, because I found a father. Got out, man. My oldest brother, he served a 99-year prison sentence for murder.
Yo, the man said at the time going to juvie hall was okay because I found a father there. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, this guy is crazy. That man said going to juvie hall was okay because I found a father there. Found a father there, y'all. I wonder if Charleston White still is in contact with his father from juvie hall. You feel me? You know, man, somebody did ask me that on the interview. Hey, Charleston, you still keep in contact with your father that you met when you was in juvenile? Oh, bluffing ass nigga. Hold up, yo. It get worse though, y'all. Like he literally gave y'all. I heard him say that on the interview before though. Nobody. Yeah, that nigga crazy, yo. Yo, it get worse though, Breeze. Hold up. He gave the man a say cheese interview.
I had a loving mom, retired from General Motors, man, God-fearing, but that lack of father. Growing up in the black culture, you grew up believing that going to prison is a part of manhood. You watch dad go, you watch your uncles go, you spend the night over your buddy's houses, their dad's in prison. Nobody's coming back saying anything bad about prison. Nobody. You turn on the television, you see it is glorified in the videos, you put on your headphones, it's propagated in the music. So with that young, impressionable mind, you grew up thinking that's the life. So I went to this institution, man, never had been exposed to the gangs. Got into the institution and said, man, this gang shit is everything I'm looking for. So I joined the gang and started writing home, telling mom, I don't believe in Jesus no more. Took on that gang culture mindset.
Yo, the man, yo, hold up, yo. So you gotta join the gang to not believe in Jesus. The man said he joined the gang and wrote home and told his mother, hey, man, I don't believe in Jesus no more. I believe in the teachings of whatever the fuck gang he was a part of. Like, yo, this guy is a real life character. That man said said he got locked up and wrote his video. Imagine writing your mother some shit like that. Hey, mom, P.S. I don't believe in Jesus no more. Fucking P.S. Hey, mom, everything all right with me in here, mom. I'm doing all right. The food ain't good. I got to fight the other day. And oh yeah, P.S. Since I'm part of the gang, I don't believe in Jesus no more. Fucking, this guy's a fucking clown, man. They need to take his ass back. Yeah, he got an orange blazer on. It's just crazy. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. It get worse though, y'all. It get worse.
It was hardcore. But as I got older, I realized, man, we were just hurt kids.
I don't care about that part. I just want to get to the part where he's talking. Look, the funny thing about it, you still hear him talking in the background while this other cop. I think they're switching back and forth. Yo, got a little ass 25. Motherfucker knocked his head off with that bitch.
Got out in 98, man. My record was sealed. Don't have any felony convictions. But when I came back to my community, the African American culture is negative, right? Everything that you get is negative. The rap music, Master P had just dropped Ghetto Dope, taught you how to cook crack, step 1 to step 10. So here it is, I'm locked up from 14 to 21. Man, when I get home, mentally, I'm still 14. Even though I'm 21, I don't know how to talk to girls. So I spent most of my 20s trying to find an identity, hanging out with this guy, hanging out with this guy, hanging out with this nigga, just trying to find an identity.
Good happened.
Through fatherhood is where I found my identity. Fatherhood is where I found my identity.
So how many kids do you have?
I got 2. I got a 16-year-old son.
Defend your freedom. Vote Dave McCormick.
Hey, yo, this guy is crazy, yo. Yo, where the fuck did they find this man, yo? That's probably when they brokered the deal with him. Man, you would be great for our YouTube program. Hey, yo, this is when they brokered the deal with Charleston White, y'all. They say, man, I like your tenacity. I like everything. You would be great for our YouTube program, man. Look, we're gonna promote the shit out of you. You're gonna be the biggest thing on the internet. I promise you. You're gonna be the biggest thing on the internet. Yo, he goes to the interviews and say that, yo, I heard him say all of this on the interview. All of it. The same words in the same tone. Like, yo, this is crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like this before, man. I ain't never seen nothing like this before, yo. Yeah, the video old. This when he got locked up a while ago. I think this when he made the deal.
Their mom just went to jail. They live out here in Italy. Their mom just went to jail, man. I think she was on the run for a couple of years for probation violation.
Right.
So I got custody of the kids, married. So finished the story, right? Went to pre-law school, went to Texas Western pre-law school, man. And just had a vision of working with children. Many of my buddies that I went to school with, man.
He looks like James Brown. He do look like James Brown.
Ended up doing 19 to 20 years. So I started a youth organization. It's called Hype About Hype Youth Outreach. We started going back into the juvenile systems, going into the schools, working with the probation departments. There was an incident that happened in Fort Worth where a woman by the name of Jackie Craig, son, she was arrested for calling the police and grabbed the son by the neck. That is where I learned to embrace the police department. Rather than aligning with the African American community with the hate. We hate police, we hate police.
Yo, this man said, yo, listen to this guy, yo. Yo, this guy is not one of us, y'all. Listen, he plays his allegiance.
Got locked up in 13, 14, 15. Ended up doing 19 to 20 years. So I started a youth organization. It's called Hype About Hype Youth Outreach. We started going back into the juvenile systems, going into the schools, working with the probation departments.
Listen to this part, y'all. Listen to this.
There was an incident that happened in Fort Worth where a woman by the name of Jackie Craig, son, she was arrested for calling the police and grabbed the son by the neck. That is where I learned to embrace the police.
She was arrested by the police because the police grabbed her son on her neck. And this is when he learned to embrace the police.
Rather than aligning with the African American community with the hate. We hate police, we hate police. I thought it was a great opportunity, man, for us to bridge the gap. So
rather than aligning with the African American, yo, it's a reason why. See, yo, this the shit that be pissing me off with yo. Yo, they started it. They started it, yo. Like, yo, it wasn't, yo, we didn't, they started it, yo. And they're the only ones that can fix it. It ain't up for us to fix the relationship between the community and the police. It's up to them because they started, they broke the trust of the community first. I mean, ain't shit gonna get fixed until they gotta extend the olive branch because they broke the trust first, man. Like, yo, people gotta understand, yo, the relationship between the black community and the police haven't been right since they was spraying us with fucking water hose and sicking dugs on us and hitting us with billy clubs. Like, it ain't never been right. So how the fuck you just think black people, after all these years, after 75 years of mistreatment, just supposed to extend the olive branch and be like, all right, look, we forgave everything y'all did. I know you killed my little cousin. Lied, said he had a gun on him last week. But what's up? What can we do? Like, oh, this guy is fucking naive to even think that shit. Where did he come from? Where did he come from? How did he adapt that way of thinking? Like, yo, the man is crazy, man. That's why he been ducking me for 2 years. Charles White know what it is.
I took a chance, man. I started meeting with, at the time was the president of the Police Officers Association, a guy by the Rick Van Houten. I met with him. Chief Joel Fitzgerald was the chief at the time. I started developing a relationship with Deputy Chief Houser. Chief Krause, he's now the chief at the time. I literally started developing a genuine relationship with him. So I embraced
why Charles might cut his hair?
Justice to the city. So I sat one time in a meeting and I heard.
I wonder if they told him to.
Yes, sir. I heard our department explain what procedural justice was to that, and I heard all the pastors, man, they were rejecting that shit. So I'm saying,
yeah,
man, it's supposed to be Christ-like, man. It didn't sit right. So, man, I stood up and my mother pastor was in there, and I said, say, man, all of y'all complaining, but excuse my language. I said, man, we don't see none of y'all niggas in our neighborhood. All y'all don't speak out against the gang violence, the black, we don't see none of that. But all of our mothers, so I was shunned by my community.
He said I was shunned by my community. Yo, because you's a bitch. Yo, the community. Yo, you got shunned by the community because the community realized that you are a bitch. You ain't one of us. You ain't for us. You ain't by us. You ain't FUBU, my nigga. You feel me? Yo, niggas just don't shun you. You know how hard it is for black people to shun somebody? Like that ain't even in our nature. We probably the most forgiving people on earth. If he was shunned by the community, it's because you showed us that you ain't with us. You ain't with us. You with them. So it all makes sense why he carried the way he carried it online and how it was so easy for him to just say, man, I'm going over there with Aiden Ross and Kick. You always wanted to go over there, Charleston. That was your plan from the beginning. And man, he tricked us into believing that he was for the people. Meanwhile, he was really for the people, the real people. He said that FUBU straight up, man. Yo, it get worse though, y'all. Wait, yo, it get way worse. This part, he gonna piss me off with this last part.
But my city leaders embrace me. I'm a young emerging leader. I'm radical at times. I curse.
For real? I don't know, bloodline.
But I wake up every day to feed children. to right a wrong that I've done. I was with 3 guys who, man, my money just flew out.
Here. That was it, right? Yes, sir. Okay.
Black people don't be shunning people, yeah. He said he got shunned. Like, God damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut the doors soon. There you go.
So yeah, man, so I started this youth organization. So here it is. I'm stuck in the middle between the department and the community. The community turned against me. So man, that's why I got.
Oh, he said he's stuck in the middle between the department and the community. Is that what he said? Yeah, he is for the pockets of the people. You ain't lying, Rico.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut the doors soon. There you go.
So yeah, man, so I started this youth organization. So here it is. I'm stuck in the middle between the department and the community. The community turned
Between the department and the community.
That's why I got that gun on me, man. So if you give me an opportunity, I can see it on Facebook.
Yo. Y'all don't think this man was sent. He said he was stuck in the middle between the department and the community. And the community turned on him. So what did I say? I said he chose the department. I told y'all, this man is not who people think he is, y'all. But it gets worse. It gets worse. And why in the world is he telling these people this whole life story? They don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
I just went to game and say, hey man, the Crips are threatening me, the Bloods are threatening me. You look at my videos, man, every day I'm up in the morning promoting fatherhood, saying, man, you niggas don't spend time with your father, you niggas are destroying our neighborhood. The Crips and the Bloods are in. It ain't no gun, no cop. How can we say anything about anybody when we self-inflict?
Yo, you don't reach the community, yo, by disrespecting the community. Like, you're not gonna reach. So I guess from what he's saying, he didn't adapted the mentality of telling niggas, man, you niggas ain't doing this, y'all ain't doing that, yo, you not gonna reach no eyes like that. All you gonna do is gain hate. You're not gaining no support. That's not, yo, we don't relate to that. You feel me? You can get yourself hurt playing that type of game, man. That's why everybody was against you, Charleston, because you wasn't going about it the right way. He definitely an opportunist, for sure, opportunist. I want you far.
So if you give me an opportunity, I can see you on Facebook. If you call the police department, I just went to game and say, hey man, the Crips are threatening me, the Bloods are threatening me. You look at my videos, man, every day I'm up in the morning promoting fatherhood, saying, man, you niggas don't spend time with your father, you niggas are destroying our neighborhood. The Crips and the Bloods are in. It ain't no gun, no cop. How can we say anything about anybody when we self-inflict? These wounds are weak. So, man, I got a strong message. And so, man, my life is in danger.
Shit crazy.
Malcolm died. Malcolm X. Black people killed him. As long as he was...
Yo, did he just say black people kill Malcolm X, yo? Did black people really kill Malcolm X? Like, yo, this guy, that's why Charleston White sits down with people that's not going to challenge him. He'll never sit with anybody that's going to challenge his viewpoints because Charleston White is on the surface level. He can't go, if you ask him to elaborate on certain topics, he can't go no deeper than just his, just his little spill. He got one spill that you see, and he runs it on every platform. Y'all done heard him say shit. Damn near everything I heard him say right here, I heard him say on the platform. The same way, the same voice, the same tone, the same demeanor, like it's nothing different. Yo said black people killed Malcolm X. Yo must don't know what really happened. Charles White has a habit of blaming people for things that, I don't know, I ain't remind it back.
How can we say anything about anybody when we self-inflict? These wounds are weak. So, man, I got a strong message. And so, man, my life is in danger. Malcolm died. Malcolm X, black people killed him. As long as he was talking about white people. As soon as Malcolm started saying, well,
man, it was a corroborated effort to kill Malcolm X, bro. It was a corroborated effort to kill Malcolm X, bro.
How can we say anything about anybody when we self-inflict? These wounds are weak. So, man, I got a strong message. And so, man, my life is in danger. Malcolm died. Malcolm X, black people killed him. As long as he was talking about white people. As soon as Malcolm started saying what we needed to do, that, hey, man, Elijah Muhammad is a pedophile. He's sleeping with underage.
Look it up.
They killed him. They killed him. So whoever comes to the black community speaking the truth about black people, man, our lives are in danger.
Send me something saying something otherwise. Malcolm X is getting threatened. The same way they got Malcolm X is the same way they disrupted the Black Panthers. They was infiltrated, bro. They was infiltrated, bro. You know the real Malcolm X story? It wasn't just them. Fuck no, they was infiltrated. They had people that posted that was at that fucking yo, look up the real Malcolm X story. It wasn't just black people, bro. The CIA was on Malcolm X. The FBI, you gotta remember, this around the same time the FBI started. They was attacking all the leaders. They was attacking King in the same way, bro. You're not gonna say that black people killed Malcolm X without mentioning the people that played the role as well. Black people might have pulled the trigger of Malcolm X. They pulled the trigger. Yeah, but it wasn't just black people, bro. It wasn't just the nation, y'all. It wasn't just the nation, y'all.
When I saw my daughter being born, man, God did something on the inside.
All right, bloodline.
Somehow, I would go to Eastfield College year after year, and I would train the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, DEA, special agent by the
Yeah, I don't know why they trip. You tell me I'm tripping. Y'all tripping. Malcolm X is my favorite movie growing up. I know the whole Malcolm X story. They had people
protect your wealth.
It was people that said, I don't know if it was the CIA. It was people that was at that bar room the night before setting up, and it's a whole much. Man, I ain't ready going all that because I can't really elaborate deep on all that shit. But it wasn't just the mission. It wasn't just the Nation of Islam.
By spending
Trust that.
Gold, not paper money that grows weaker by the second.
For leading a group of children, we took someone's life when he was kids, man. Me and three buddies skipped school one day. We went to the farm field through Mall in Arlington. We ran out the Foot Locker with some jackets. My 16-year-old friend shot and killed the guy who tried to stop me. And now my name is Michael Lee.
Yeah, they locked up the wrong people. That lets you know right there. That lets you know right there, yo. They locked up the wrong fucking people. That let you know it was a teamwork thing going on, man. I'm glad you brought that up for I know. They locked up the wrong people. The guy that killed Malcolm X was tied in with the C. Yo, they did it was COINTELPRO, just like they did the Black Panther Party, bro. It was COINTELPRO. They had people that infiltrated the nation. It was already rumblings in the nation because of Malcolm X. They thought he was bigger than the program, or they thought he was bigger than the program. They greenlighted him, but everybody played the role. Everybody played the role, man. All right.
I got 12 years. The only reason I didn't get 40 is my mom's financial aid. My co-defendants, they was all tried as adults. One received 75 years. The other one received 99 years.
Look.
Back on the court, I got 25. My 15-year-old friend.
So how'd he get home, y'all? Everybody else went to the big house. Charleston White, who he admitted that he told the man to pull the trigger, or the kid to pull the trigger, he comes home, everybody else go to prison. How the hell did that happen, y'all? I just telling somebody this.
We went out to football to this exactly. My 16-year-old friend shot and killed the guy who tried to stop me. And that might have been like me. We became the first children in the state of Texas to fall in the Texas juvenile detention sentencing law where a kid can be sentenced up to 40 years. I got 12 years. The only reason I didn't get 40 is my mom was financially able. My co-defendants, they was all tried as adults. One received 75 years.
Yo, how? Only reason he didn't get 40, he said his mind was financially able. Financially able to do what? Provide counsel? Yo, but that don't, I ain't buying that. Fuck, your mother was financially, your mother was connected. That's what the fuck it was. Charles White ain't even had no business being involved in nothing like that, man. That man had a good mother that had money. She worked for General Motors. She had money.
We became the first children in the state of Texas to fall in the Texas juvenile detention sentencing law where a kid can be sentenced up to 40 years.
Yeah, I know that, y'all. I know that, Edward. But it wasn't just the nation. It wasn't just the nation.
It was all tried as adults. One received 75 years. The other one received 99 years. Went back on the pool and got 25. My 15-year-old friend, he died in a high-speed chase running from the police. I understood that I paid my debt to society. So I do what I do because I owe my debt to the victim. I forever have to owe that debt. So I wake up to work with children. With my life on the line. With my life on the line. It's out of obedience. That's all I can say. It's out of obedience. I got advice. The low bitty weed. I found the low blunt of weed.
Hey, Tank, I think you said that before and you ain't said nothing. You ain't make see you on your way. Right, what it is. My cash app is at the bottom of the screen, Tank. If you don't send nothing, you'll never fucking comment this bitch again. Like, yo, I ain't got time to be playing, yo. Cash app at the bottom of the screen.
I'm just passing through y'all city to get my baby girl.
Yeah, so you still currently live in Fort Worth?
Yeah, we're going away. Yeah. No, I ain't going nowhere.
So what your kids come to school here?
Their mom live out here.
Oh, okay.
Their mom live out here. We've been divorced for about 10 years now, man. So, mom got an abusive relationship. I got full custody of my son. Daughter, rather be with mom. It's kind of understandable. Mom just went to jail probably about a month ago. I think they just transferred her to the safety program. I think it's a drug treatment program. So they just transferred her.
Yeah, he the police, yo. He already said it, Wayne. He already said that he chose to side with the police over the community. So the community shunned him. Like, yo, this is obvious, yo, that Charleston White is he working with the police, man. It's obvious. This is proof. This is proof Charleston White works with the police. He is the police. He's not a friend of the community. His own community shunned him. His own community shunned him. This nigga he wasn't never here. He was always here to infiltrate. He was always here to infiltrate. He wasn't never here for, and it's crazy because people still watch him like, dang, yo, he's saying some real. He was always here to infiltrate. He got in the police YouTube program or something, yo. I'm telling you. He is some type of organization, something. Yo, where the next Charleston White? Charleston White did this, 4 or 5 years ago? When is the next one? Where's the next person going to go viral and just go on interviews? At the interview. Yo, Hassan Campbell. I watched Hassan Campbell the other day, right? He brought up a good point. A great point, for real. Charleston White came out disrespecting the Asian community, the Jewish community, the white community. Right? I'm talking about seriously disrespecting him. And then got on a Live Nation tour. Then he went on a tour with Live Nation, y'all. And I remember, right? Because I was on the internet when Charleston White was coming up, right? And I remember thinking like, yo, how the fuck can he just say all those things he's saying on the internet, yo, without getting blocked? Like, yo, it took YouTube so long to take Charleston White off the internet, off of YouTube, to take his page. I'm talking about it took him a while. I don't think YouTube took his... I think YouTube took his page because people started to question YouTube. Like, yo, why is it that he can say anything he want and I can't? If I would have made a video, if I make a video tomorrow saying half the things Charleston White said, I would get an email by that night. You are no longer in the YouTube partner program. Your video has been taken down. You have received a strike. Yo, but they was allowing him to do it. And yeah, straight up, just delayed, just denied. Straight up, man. They allowed him to do it. They allowed him to do it for a very long time before YouTube decided. And I think the only reason they decided that is because people started to be like, yo, hold up, y'all. What the fuck is going on? Why yo can say things I can't say? And then that's when they took his page. Yeah, I'm talking about his real page.
Grandma called me this morning and said, hey, can you pick her up today? My grandma's having an 80th.
It was too late.
So I'm picking her up so she can help mom decorate the house, man. So it's okay.
Straight up, way.
I come through every morning. Y'all see the office Florida, crossing guards, Florida.
Now you're on the internet playing the character. Get the fuck out of here, man.
So what's your name on Facebook? Charleston White. Charleston White. Yeah.
Charles White is damaging to the black community, man. Like he's a 40-something-year-old man that got sense, but instead of displaying his sense and showing the world his sense, he rather reflect ignorance. So you got kids watching this man at 40 plus be just as ignorant as the 21-year-old, the 22-year-old. But, you know, when people say, well, it's the internet, and y'all know how I feel about it. It's not just the internet when kids is watching. Kids are impressionable. So it's not just the internet when kids is watching. Kids watching, they taking notes. They learning. They learning. And people say, well, you know, they should, you know, you shouldn't have your kids learn from the internet. Yeah, that's easy. That's way easier said than done, yo, where phones is in your face. That's like, where the fuck are we learning from? A lot of us is learning from the fucking internet. So how can you then say, well, the kids shouldn't be learning from the internet when that's where the fuck everybody's learning from right now? Everybody's learning from the internet. Yeah, yo, because look what they been force fed, yo. Like, yo, this man is way too old to be on the internet doing the things that he doing. Yo, the man is fucking 40 plus. But he don't mind doing it because, shit, I bought my daughter a car. I bought my wife a house. So it's like, so you just gonna sell us out after you didn't portrayed yourself as a savior and portrayed yourself as a man of the community and was trying to fix things. Now you turned and sold us out. No, you was a sold the whole time, my nigga. You been sided with them people. You been sided with them people.
I just couldn't get no traction. What's that? I wanted to get like a little book, right?
Now listen to this. This right here pissed me off. This pissed me off, y'all. Listen to what he ready to say, y'all.
I wanted to get like a little book, right? I wanted to get some officer stories and have you guys write a story about what it's like to be a police officer, right? So the name of the book or the project is going to be called Walk a Mile in My Shoes, right? You get some officers to write what it's like, man. I love y'all. Walk out that door, kiss your family, put their uniform on, come out here not knowing if you're going to make it back home that night. Then I want some children to write their story about what it's like to grow up in some of the conditions that you guys go and make arrests and kick doors in. And then y'all exchange those stories and get an understanding of what it's like to walk in each other's shoes. I wanted to do that, man, to humanize. I see you got a badge, but you don't have the typical badge of what we see. I wanted to do that, man, to humanize that badge that you guys put on, man.
Yo, the man said, yo, so when I first heard that, I said, oh, damn, that's a good idea. But the man said he wanted to do that to humanize the badge that they got on. Not humanize the kids. He don't want to do that for the police to humanize the kids. He wanted to do that for the kids to humanize the police. Yo, what? That shit makes absolutely no sense. The problem isn't that the kids don't humanize the police. The problem is the police don't humanize the kids. Like, yo, the man whole way of thinking is fucking backwards. Like I said, yo, the police broke the union with the people, with the black community first. The problem with the police departments is they don't live in the community. I know it's like that in Maryland, it's like that in Baltimore, it's probably like that everywhere. They don't live in the community. So what happens is they think that, so when they come into the community, they think that everybody a criminal. So they didn't adapted this us versus them mentality. But what happens is they end up brutalizing kids that's not even in the streets yet. They just hanging outside, playing basketball, doing whatever they doing outside. They ain't selling no drugs. But since you're a part of this community and we don't look at you as human beings, we look at you as criminals, we're going to treat y'all all the same. So this book idea would have been great, but it was rooted in ignorance. Like, why would you get a book and you want the police to write the stories and you want the kids of the community to write the stories, but you don't want the police to humanize the kids? You want the kids to humanize the police. Like, yo, Charleston White is wild, man. He a wild ass dude, man. Man, you funny as shit. I ain't disrespect Willie D. Now he's still talking in the background. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Yo, we're on the way to 19K. What's up, Rob?
Alright, bud, I'm gonna hold on to this for a sec, okay?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so he's convicted felony in Oklahoma in 99. That was 20 years ago. I can't remember. Possession.
He's a convicted of felony in Oklahoma.
99. That was 20 years ago.
Yo, so this is right before. Yo. This is right before Charleston White blew up. 20 years ago, from 1990, 20 years back from 1999, it'll be what? 2019, 2020, right? Yo, this is when Charleston White made them deal with them people, man. I'm telling you, yo. This video right here is proof that Charleston White is a fucking plant. It's proof. He's saying everything on this video that he came out speaking on every interview to any platform verbatim in his 20 years right before the whole world met him. Right before that shit. Telling y'all, man. See, I didn't watch it this deep. Oh, I turned it off after the book shit because that pissed me off so much. I didn't want to hear no more. But this being exactly 20, this right before he got on. Right before he got on. He already pledged his allegiance to him. I'm telling y'all, yeah, they probably like, look, man, look, I met this guy. We getting into this YouTube thing, it's changing the world. We gotta get somebody in. We gotta get somebody in. Whenever you got anybody, whenever you got people whenever you got black people find a new avenue or a new lane to make some money, they gotta have somebody in there. We gotta have somebody in there, yo. It been like that since the beginning of time. Same thing like how they infiltrated the Black Panther Party, they infiltrated the Nation of Islam. They gotta infiltrate. Charleston White is that guy, man. His rise to the top is questionable. The man dissed the Jews, dissed the Asians, and got a Live Nation fucking. He went on tour with Live Nation. He went on tour with Live Nation after he disrespected them people, y'all. That don't make sense. Try it. You think I'm lying? You try it. try to do what he did on the internet and watch what the fuck happened. You ain't gonna get nowhere near touching Live Nation. They're gonna kick you off this bitch with 5 subscribers. I promise you. Yeah, y'all. This boy ain't right, man.
I can't remember. Possession of firearm by felon, Texas. After they've been convicted 5 years, released from prison, found guilty. Texas cannot possess a firearm.
He cannot possess a firearm? Yo, come on, yo. This shit getting wilder and wilder, y'all. He got all these firearms, though.
After they've been convicted 5 years, released from prison, found guilty. Texas cannot possess a firearm.
Look at that, y'all. Released from prison 5 years.
Cannot possess a firearm.
Cannot possess a firearm.
Once the 5-year position that is expired, felon can't possess a firearm only where that person lives.
Only where that person lives. Okay. So after 5 years, he can possess a firearm. Only where that person lives. But then he got caught with another one. He got caught with another one. Bloodline, what the hell does that mean? Yo. Yo, white people kill white. Yo, black people kill black people at 94%. White people kill white people at 86%. It's always going to be us killing us, bro. It's always going to be us killing us. Just like it's them killing them. Just like it's them killing them. Like, I don't understand that concept. I don't understand that concept. You kill who you live around. If you're living in a black community, who you gonna be killing? Other black people, bro. Now, our crime rates are higher because we living in more poverty, bro. Living in poverty. Yo, if you take, yo, you can go to a prominent Asian community. Go to a prominent Asian community, right? Strip them of their resources. 100 years. Say 50 years. 50 years, strip them of their resources, strip them of their wealth, kill their education system. By year 51, they're going to be living like Baltimore. They're going to be living like Southeast DC. They're going to be living like New Orleans, Louisiana. They're going to be living like Detroit, Michigan. Yo, black people aren't more dangerous than other groups of people. Like, yo, why y'all be letting people fill y'all head up with that nonsense, man? So you derive it, man, for becoming a member, man, straight up. Yo, stop letting them fill y'all head with nonsense, man. If you strip any community of resources over years and years and years, yo, you're gonna have, oh, my bad. You gotta put guns and drugs into the community. It's hard to get it right, yo, when the education is broke down, bro. Like, we got years of poverty, bro. Like, that shit ain't gonna happen overnight. It took us 50 years to get there, bro. It's gonna take 50 years to get out. Yo, they just took their foot off the black community. They just took their foot off the black community. In probably like 2010. All the way up to 2010, yo, they can still stop and fucking strip you in the middle of the street. They just stopped that shit 15 years ago. Like, yo, people be acting like, I don't know what the fuck people be acting like, yo. But, yo, like, yo, they just like, yo, we just got free. If you technically want to be real and honest, they just stopped them predatory practices. And the crazy thing about it is, you got people like Charleston White advocating to bring it back. You got people like Charleston White advocating to bring it back. And you got black people saying, hell yeah. But that's the same way we found ourselves in the 95 crime bill that devastated the black community. Yo, you gotta fix the environment first, y'all. Yo, but why is it? It's a reason for everything, bloodline. It's a reason for everything, yo, because they got aggressive. We being attacked, yo, on multiple angles, on multiple fronts. You know, that shit is marketed to us. It's marketed to us aggressively. So bloodline, what's facts? Like, when you tell people the truth, they say you're making excuses. What's the facts then, bro? Yo, you gotta fix the environment first. You gotta invest in the environment, yo. The people change with the environment, yo. Like, why, yo? It's the same thing. Like when you, like I've explained before, y'all know what a controlled experiment is, right? When you put a mouse, and they call it a controlled experiment. You're in a controlled environment. You can dictate how that mouse reacts if you put them in this environment. It's the same concept. Why do people like to discredit science when it's involving the black community? We use science for everything in the world. But when it's involving the black community, science don't matter no more. You change the environment, you change the people. The people change with the environment, like the projects, exactly. Not vice versa, bloodline. The people is never going to change as long as the environment. Yo, people adapt to the environment. Like they said when black people went to Asia, in Europe, they got lighter over the years. People change with the environment. Yo, we can't change the environment at all. Yo, we don't got the fucking money to change the environment, yo. Like, yo, in order for the black, yo, people, yo, we can't. Yo, we can't, we not, we can't pull ourselves by our bootstraps, yo. No, you don't change your mind. You change your mindset, you change your life. You don't change your mindset, you change the environment. No, that's not how that works, bro. You don't change your mindset. The environment don't change with your mindset. The decision making change with your mindset, but not your environment, bro. No, because you're not making sense, bro. You're not making sense. You got to change the environment first. Every community had help. Why is it that when it comes to black people, they just think that black people just supposed to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and get the rolling? Yo, every community had help. White community had slavery. Lasted 500 years. Japanese, they got bombed with Hiroshima. They got payment for that. The Jews got payment for what they went through. The Indians, they got payment, bro. The Native Americans got payment, bro. Everybody got payment, my nigga. You can't change the environment with your mindset, period, my nigga. Your mindset alone, you can't expect everybody's not going to wake up and change their mindset. Yo, we living in reality, bro. Yeah, the Jews got payment. What you mean? Yeah, they got payment. Exactly. Everybody got payment, man. Everybody got payment, yo. It's whenever it comes to black people, oh no, y'all just supposed to figure it out. No, yo, why the fuck we can't get no payment? You know why? Because a country needs the poor, and black people been designed the poor. That's why. Even after all the work we put in, even after all the contributions to this country, they want to make us the poor. Everybody, yo. Everybody got money, yo. Every race got money, yo. Except for us and probably the Mexicans. I mean, Hispanic. That's why we at the bottom of the fucking totem pole. And they lower than us. But when you talk about the Asians, you talk about the motherfucking Indians, you talk about white people, they all had a head start. They all got some type of payment to build their race up and build their people up. They didn't just have to start from scratch. They didn't get knocked down every time they took 2 steps forward. It didn't happen like that. Every time we start progressing, what they do? Crack epidemic. Start progressing again. What they do? Opioid epidemic. All you gotta do is pay attention to what's going on, man. Now, we should know this, so now we gotta be ready for the next one. We gotta be ready for the next one, because they do it every 20, 30 years. Every 20, 30 years. Yo, but you're right. We're not organized. You're right. Every 20, 30 years, they come with some bullshit to throw in the game. We gotta warn our children. See, our problem is that we don't pass down the message. Yo, y'all want to hear something crazy? I watched, and I think I got my grandmother on. I called my grandma one time to confirm this for people that thought I was lying. I watched a documentary called Mahafa 21. Right? It was about fuck that shit called? It was about abortions. And how it started. I forgot. It's not genetics. The fuck is that shit called? Y'all know what it's called, yo. The fucking program ran by Margaret Sanger. So anyway, I was talking to my grandma. I watched that documentary. It's called My High for 21. It's probably still on YouTube. And they was talking about how abortions was designed as population control and to kill off black people, right? This documented. Margaret Sanger is a flaming racist. And they had phone calls of people calling like, I want to donate this amount of money to abort a black baby. Like, can I make sure that can you make sure this go to a black baby being aborted? Like, this is real. And so after I watched that shit, I'm like, Biggs. I call my grandma Big Mile or Biggs. I'm like, Biggs, do you know why they started abortions? My grandma was born in 42. She like, yeah, population control. And to kill off black people. What the fuck? This is our exact words. Population control and to kill off black people. So I'm like, damn. I said, why you ain't never like tell us that? You know, our problem is, yo, we don't pass the message down. I don't know if it's because we don't talk to our elders, or our elders don't talk to us, whatever the reason is. You know, we gotta start passing the message down. You know, these are things that we don't go for. So I'm gonna teach you this. You teach your kids that. You teach your kids that. That way we know that when they come back with dope in the capsule again, we be aware of it. We know what it is. No, we ain't fucking with that. Y'all got us with that 60 years ago. You ain't getting us with that again. My great-great-grandmother told me about that shit. My great-great-grandfather told me that y'all was going to cut. We got to get better at passing the message down, man. You know, like, I'm like, damn, that shit was crazy. Well, what was the name? Eugenics. That's what it was. It was eugenics. And that's why when they get to talk about banning abortions and all that shit, I be like, man, shit, that shit killed more black babies than anything. Oh, since that shit been around, yo, that shit done killed more black babies than murder, heart disease, cancer, black people, cancer, fucking. It's like they learned that if you want to get rid of the race or keep their numbers down, kill them before they born. Yeah, yo, see, but this the thing, Ricky, right? It's hard to learn who your enemy is when we got so many people infiltrating. That's why I be coming at these motherfuckers like that, man. Like, people think I be hating. Nah, everybody ain't on the same teams. Everybody don't really want the betterment of black people. They're presented that way, but they really just trying to line their pockets up because it's money and selling out. Selling out is very profitable, man. It is profitable. I just was watching. Man, hit that like button, yo. If y'all want to donate to the channel, Cash App Baltimore swag too, yo. Support the movement. I just was watching. I think I showed this. Godfrey. Comedian Godfrey, right? And make sure I check out my last upload too, y'all. If y'all ain't check that out after the live over. It's a wild story. Comedian Godfrey was talking about selling out.
I looked at my check, it's pretty close. So
Oh shit, hold up.
taking donations. Why don't you come up off some of that money you got since you over there bragging about it? I'm not bragging about it. Well, I mean, yeah. I'm sorry. Did you rent your beach house out down in Florida during the hurricane? Or do I need to go how about your townhouse over in Buckhead? Hey, what's going on here, Sam? You want to call me out? I mean, come on. I think you screaming broke and hungry. Let's just see it. You know, I know what you have and where you live, young fella, so you need to stop. I think we have snitches on the show today. No, we don't have snitches. We have Sam Mitchell. We have truth tellers, so you're the one who crying poor and destitute up here. When do I need to keep going on further, more and more? Or do you want me to stop right now?
Go to this game between
That's what I
Sacramento
thought you should do.
Kings
I done
and
told
the
you, young
Golden
fella,
State Warriors.
you're going to stop messing with me on national TV. I done told you about that. Hey, do I need to give out the address? Because you're not at home right now.
Let me show y'all something. So, comedian Godfrey. I wanted to talk about these fuck boys too. Roy and Maul. Comedian Godfrey was talking about selling out. Selling out is profitable. We gotta start supporting our people, yo. But it's hard, yo, because we be getting tricked, yo. Like, oh, we support, yo. There wasn't no way we was supposed to let Charleston White get up like that. Wasn't no way we was supposed to allow that, yo. We allowed that man to get up like that, yo, and the whole time he wasn't never with us. That man showed his true colors the first chance he got. First chance he got, he switched up. So look.
MAGA supporters got money. Yo, if I sold out and just started dogging black people, I could make a lot of money. I could make a lot of money. Oof. Those MAGA people got money, boy. Ooh. If I could sell out, man, if I was built like that, oh man, what? If I was built like that, shit, but I'm not. So, but if I was built, I would dog black people. I'd be like, man, black people complain too much. I'm so tired of black people. Oh, you get paid like the Hodge twins, Candace Owens, Larry Elder, all those bum ass. But I couldn't do that though, man. Nah, I couldn't do it. I'm not built like that.
Yo, but he's not lying though.
But selling out, boy. Woo. All you gotta do is complain about black people. Like, yo, there's no racism in America. What you talking about? There's no racism, man. Look at me. You can make it out here, man. All I gotta say is, like, I don't know why. Pick yourself up by your bootstraps. Yo, when police pull you over, obey. Shut your mouth and obey. Jesus, they're not racial profiling you. Stop complaining, black people. Look at Mexicans. They work hard. Black people always got a handout. What's up with that? I would never do that. MAGA supporters got money. Yo, if I sold out and just started dogging black people, I could make a lot of money.
Yo, he ain't lying. He ain't lying, yo. You get on the internet, you talk like that, you'll get rich. But who wants to talk like that? Charleston White has a large support system that's not African American because he feeds into the stereotypes that they already think of. Yo, we don't need people putting out. Yo, if you're not going to tell the whole truth, don't tell it. You can't tell part of the story. Charleston White tells the part of the story that make black people look bad. That's it. That's all. And that feeds the narrative into people that already look at it as like the worst of the worst. So as a black man in this country, that's the angle you're willing to go. But the reason why people go that way is it's profitable. Make a lot of money doing it. Yo, those same people are the people that brought me to the internet. The Candace Owens, the Hodge twins. Watching them talk to millions of people that was not black about black people in a negative way brought me to the internet. I'm like, yo, ain't no fucking way, yo. Like, yo, they lying. They ain't even from our communities to even say some of these things. They're not even from our community to even speak to some of these things or say some of the things that they're saying. They're not qualified. Everybody not qualified to speak on what's going on in the community. It's right there. Cash that Baltimore swag. If you want to know my price. But I wanted to talk about these guys real quick. I just told you. Hit my Cash App. You got 2 minutes to do it. I'm gonna send you on your way.
Don't give me this long voice note because you know Drake ain't fucking with you. Now you want to give us the voice note that you could have sent to Drake yourself. We didn't have
wrong with that. I would love to hear this music. I want to hear all this shit.
I don't want to. That's personal shit. Call Drake and text him.
The whole beef was personal shit. What are we talking about?
No, I don't block
Tell
nobody.
Drake,
I
text him, send him a voice note.
I just put him on timeout.
The whole point of the battle was all personal shit. What are we talking about?
That's what I'm saying. We're not talking about a battle. These are words that we know he wants to tell Drake, but he knows Drake ain't picking up the phone for him. So therefore, let me.
So he can't rap it?
He can. I don't want to hear it. I don't care to hear this shit.
I don't care what you or Drake thinks about it when I want to hear Jermaine Cole rap about what happened the last 3 months.
We're not talking about. We talking about the scope of.
I was on him anyway in a minute.
And then another rapper jumps in on some song that you and him got that's number one.
You must have
shits
did
on your
something
bar.
stupid.
You look like you want to fight, but then you like, nah, I don't want to fight. You go home. Months later, you can't. Now, don't give me this long voice note because you know Drake ain't fucking with you. Now you want to give us
Roy
the
and
voice
Maul, yo, they are like the biggest
you
Drake
and you still. And here's the thing: you still
guzzlers.
rapping. So why not just engage in the fucking battle? You ain't stopped rapping since.
And I'm saying,
Yeah, he really is,
point.
yo.
What I'm explaining to you is the answer to your question. He explained why he didn't want to do the fucking battle.
But you did. You put if Cole never put out a record, never put out a bar, I wouldn't even
Stop the
talk.
streets.
Listen, he didn't want to get into it. Cool. But you put a record out.
Well, if he didn't address any of this, you'd kill him for not addressing it.
No, how? I don't even speak on Cole unless he puts a verse on. I'm like, nah, that was dope. He can still rap. But all that best rapper out, best rap. You never wear that title. I don't give a fuck. You could put out the most flawless verse we've ever heard, and you're never getting the best rapper title from me. Because when it was time to show that you was the best rapper, you told us you couldn't sleep, and you went home. Okay, so I don't want to hear none of this.
Yeah, so what J. Cole put out like a diss track or something? You know, I don't really care about rappers, y'all. Like, I just talk about rappers to get the real message across. Like, I like J. Cole too. I ain't even listen to what's this? Is this it? You only see your comments? Nah, I ain't got 2 different chats. I don't even know how to do that. I'm trying to let it play so the beat come on. I mean, it's direct. 7-minute drills on YouTube. Yeah, but I don't want to get copyrighted. There you go. Let me turn it off. I learned my lesson last time. I ain't doing that again. So what I learned is they'll give you a motherfucking gray line at the bottom of the screen if you playing something that ain't copywritten, that's copywritten, and that's like a warning. I ain't know that before, and they gave me a fucking copyright. So yeah, let me go ahead and get that off. Let me go and turn that off. I want them to swindle me like they did last time. Come on now, that shit come out the screen. I ain't playing that shit no more. But yeah, Royal Mall, I don't really watch them. Like, I don't really watch a whole bunch of. Yeah, like, I don't know, yo. I don't really watch those guys, man. Like, none of them. None of them. Like I told y'all, I'm not a YouTuber that watched other YouTubers, then decided to become a YouTuber. Like, the people I watched was like I said, like Candace Owens. People I thought was detrimental, and people who message. Their message was flawed, man. I ain't like, cause I used to go to the comments. I used to go to the comments and read the comments. And they be like, yo, These motherfuckers really think this motherfucker know what he talking about. And they just talking all negativity about black people. Nothing positive. Nothing positive. Like we just the worst in the world. We don't want to work. We don't got no ambition. We all we want to do was sell drugs and kill each other. Like, yo, that ain't the fucking case. If you're gonna tell it, tell the whole truth. Man, I don't. They look. I think they like. They used to be with They used to be with what's it called? Joe Buttons. Yeah, I had to turn it off, yo. They was ready to strike me. I still got this gray strip at the bottom of the screen. I didn't know what that meant last time. That's what I was just talking about. Last time. Remember they cut my stream off? We was watching something. It was a good ass show we was watching. They cut that shit off and gave me a copyright. So I had to learn from that. It's at the beginning of the video. Take profit. I don't think he corrupt. I think Fox 45 just be trying to pick. They be trying to find anything. No, they still owned by Fox, you know. They present themselves like they for the people, but they really ain't. Really ain't at all. Really on some bullshit. Yo, but I appreciate everybody that tapped in. I got to ride to the store. It's getting late. If y'all want to support the platform, like I always say, yo, Cash App Baltimore swag, support the movement. We go live every day, 11 p.m. Eastern Time. It's another day. Keep it. Oh, make sure y'all check out that video I just dropped. Yo, everybody that haven't checked it out, check it out. It's a wild video. I think I showed y'all earlier in the video. It was 3 teens arrested for killing 3 teens. Wild story, y'all. Sad story. For real. Really fucked up. But let me know how you feel about this in the comments. Another day, keep it news, and I'm out.